me up on?
The kimchi lobster pasta.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. So money, bro.
I'm actually down to do that.
It's literally
That sounds
spicy
fun.
kimchi carbonara with lobster.
What do you know about that, Cooper?
He doesn't
Carbonara.
nothing.
I know it sounds pretty good. You know what else I know sounds pretty good? Listen to another episode of Sideline Banter. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Dun-dun-ch.
We are live.
You would have thought this was Triple D the way we were just fucking talking up apps, baby.
Dude, I feel like we've been talking
I
about
cut it on.
feast the last
I
few
cut it
weeks.
on right when you said the lobster, so they didn't get the whole.
Hey,
They didn't get the whole. I turned it on right after Spencer said, "You trying to sex me up with some lobster?"
hey,
Literally, as you said it, I clicked start and I went,
spicy kimchi carbonara. It's a dish to be reckoned with.
"Yeah, we're talking dinner for Spencer's birthday. If you guys know Spence, wish him a happy birthday this Saturday." Huh?
This Saturday, Venmo us and we'll give him the money.
Venmo Cooper-Pose, P-O-S-Z, or Venmo Weston-Murphy.
Hey, we'll take it.
We're there.
We'll
But
make sure it gets to Spence.
you know how they're going to get a hold of Spence? If you follow us at _Sideline Banter on Instagram, Twitter, hit us up on YouTube, Sideline Banter, hit that like, subscribe button.
Note he's on if you want to know when we're posting.
Oh, yeah. Every Thursday morning.
Thursday morning. We
Every
start
Thursday
your
morning.
we start your Thursday
Oh, yeah.
morning the right way.
God, I got to get a new chair.
That's damn near the only time I listen to this show.
Yep.
Thursday morning on the way
Thursday
to
morning.
work.
Football week off right.
Yep, that's right.
I sit there and I think, damn, I'm trying to sweep them socials with the boys. Damn it, I was going to actually grab a broom.
Yeah, you
to
should have.
I was going to grab a broom to be like, sweeping the socials. But the only broom we have is that fucking massive push broom.
That would be nice.
So
though.
I was kind of
Didn't
like,
you say that you wanted to be a
They just
janitor?
cover it all.
You could just start practicing.
because we do cover it all here on Sideline Banter.
That is true.
I love it. It's a great time. I'm having a good time. Let's have a good
What
show
do we-
tonight,
what do
boys.
we got tonight?
We got a jam-packed show. A lot of news that came
Jam?
out. Jam.
What's your favorite jam or jelly?
Probably strawberry. I'm pretty simple.
Boysenberry.
Boysenberry is also very good.
Just been on that since I was a kid.
Oh, what about that? You ever smacked up that orange marmalade or a peach marmalade?
Hey,
no,
yo.
that sounds delicious.
I have never myself either.
Boys, it's the place to be.
Where do you get that from?
I mean, the market. I mean, you could probably get it at the store, but it's probably trash bags. But if you get a fresh marmalade with peaches or orange, maybe a mango,
Peaches and cream?
and then you put the bread, you toast the bread with the butter, and then you put the marmalade on top.
Damn.
You ever make your own bread and just whip it up with that? Oh,
I haven't, but I did see a TikToker that got a bread maker at a store for like $20, and he was just throwing a bunch of shit in there, and he was making bread out of everything.
Damn, we got to let people know how good of a piece of toast you make, too. I'm going to have to post that. I'm going to have to post that on the Instagram.
Try some toast.
yeah, we have a little blooper reel. Weston's whipping up some toast for your boy.
You might see it on the reels, but
Oh, no, we have to now. That'll be the next. That'll be the first reel I posted in a couple weeks, but it'll
toast,
be on there.
a little butter, but this everything but the bagel seasoning on there. Maybe a little hot
It's a nice
sauce of your
ASMR.
choice.
Yeah, it's simple, but it's quite exquisite. I'll tell you
Quite
that.
exquisite. But hey,
You know what else is exquisite? The questions that we got
I was about
tonight.
to say, we had some fire questions tonight.
Yeah, shout out everybody that participated. Definitely makes the show better when you guys are able to give us a little feel to our fire. Point us in the direction you want to hear shit. Shout out Noah Greg, just followed us. I'll hit you with the follow back. All right,
Hey, you need a phone? Hit him up.
let's get it started. So we got a question from Taylor F. Fit. I believe you know him.
Oh, yes, I do.
Taylor F.
Yep. Great
Shout
guy.
out.
We're doing my what's up.
So
He's a Pats fan, though.
yeah, we got a Pats question from Taylor F. After the Pats took an L last week on Thursday Night Football to the Buffalo Bills. Kind of a uneventful win for the Bills, but I think we all saw it coming. But I think a little bit of struggles is peeking their head for the Bills as far as Von Miller being out. And then, I don't know, Gabe Davis is kind of fallen off. I feel
He's
like
picked it up the last couple games, but I think his drop rate's like 16% this year.
the team is just not looking
very
as
high.
powerful as they were early on. And I think the Von Miller loss, which we'll talk about later, is fucking tragic. But Taylor F., Patriots, could they be firing Bill Belichick after the season?
No.
And that's what I got to say, too. I fucking hope not. That would be the
He
dumbest
is a
move
legacy.
in history.
He's a legacy coach at this point. He's going to coach that team until he doesn't want to coach
You know,
anymore.
he makes
Until they bury him on that field.
Literally.
He makes the most money out of any college or NFL coach.
Yeah, he makes $20 million a year.
$20 million a year.
He's also you got to think
Oh
about it.
my God.
Because he's the GM as well.
Yeah, he's also the GM.
He is?
Yeah. Oh, he makes every decision
Yeah.
in that
Oh,
building.
I did not know that.
For those of you that don't know, the
crazy.
Pel-
Or
the
I
Pel-
knew about
Are
his
you honestly, now that you know it though, are you surprised?
No, because I've always heard about his decision making. How
Yeah.
his choice to cut players at the right time and pick up other people.
Dude, he's literally the best at it.
That's crazy. I did not know that. Is he the only coach
In the NFL, it's like
GM
might be
Yes.
Vrabes
in
here pretty soon,
sports?
though.
Yes.
I've never heard
Yeah,
that.
true.
Might be Vrabes.
Yeah, it's
Tennessee
crazy.
Titans fired their their general manager this week after 3 consecutive years making it to the playoffs. And I think what a lot of people are guessing pushed it over the edge was that A.J. Brown trade. 'Cause
Yeah, you showed
it
the
comes
reaction video of
week-
Vrabel
It
freaking
comes the
out
week after A.J. Brown scores 2 touchdowns and
Against
beats them. Blows them out.
Yeah, he went
Blows
stupid.
them out. I think the score was
Go
like
crazy, go
48 to
stupid.
10.
Ah!
It was like 48 to 10 that game, right? Something crazy like that.
Yeah, they went nutty.
And Tennessee is like considered a
35-10.
35-10?
Philadelphia, Tennessee.
Was that the final score?
Yeah,
Yeah,
35-10.
35-10.
I don't know where I got 48, maybe a college game, but still.
Maybe the Cowboys score.
It actually might have been the Cowboys.
Oh, wait,
score.
they scored more.
It was,
LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game
But
was
regardless,
ridiculous.
they put 35. They won 35 to 10 against the Tennessee Titan team that a lot of people would say is pretty competitive.
They're going to win their division.
AFC,
They're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, but we're talking the AFC South.
Doesn't
here.
matter.
We're
Still a
talking
division
the
winner.
AFC. Yeah, you're correct. You're correct. Yeah, I guess you're correct. But yeah, back to what Taylor was saying. I think pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just don't. He's going to be there forever. He's
I
going to be
think
there forever.
as much as we look at it, the Patriots have just been spoiled by success for so long, obviously. And this is a period where we're seeing some pitfalls with Mac Jones. Maybe after the expectations being so high last year in the Pro Bowl, he's not performing to the standards that we probably would have liked to have seen him, especially after that sick gritty in the Pro Bowl. Like, should have been just insane exponential growth from there on out. And he's just...
That gritty was horrid.
He's kind of just fluctuated a little bit throughout this year, which I think is disappointing to a lot of Patriots fans who christened him the next Tom Brady very, very early.
Yeah, and who's been saying Mac Jones is not that good this whole season?
Low key.
But honestly, a lot of it might be because of the Patriots offense as well, but
Yeah, the Patricia situation isn't helping. We've
the
seen
Patricia
him.
and Judge situation, they're both sharing play calling.
Yeah, we've seen, Mac Jones get
Unheard
frustrated
of.
visibly, which I think is kind of out of his characteristics as far as what we saw him at Alabama. He's very poised, and we really didn't see that. So I think that gives an indication that the situation is pretty bad. But with that said, I think that the noise in Boston is probably pretty loud as far as, oh, we want success right now. This was supposed to be the fix-all. Mac Jones was supposed to be the truth, and now they're kind of, quote-unquote, calling for Bill's head. There's riots in the streets as far as people are just probably dramatizing the situation right now for a lot worse than it is. At the end of the day, they're still competitive in their division. They're 6-6. They're in the playoff hunt with the Steelers right now. They're going to be battling at the end of the day.
What'd you say?
Steelers, Jets, and Patriots are all battling for a spot in the hunt.
Jesus.
So, I don't know. I think that Patriots fans need to simmer down a little bit. A 6-6 season's obviously not something to be overwhelmingly positive about, but
They don't have an offensive coordinator.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's my biggest thing with them.
Having the issues and the changes that they went through in the offseason, I think a 500 season to this point and 3-3 divisional wise is kind of not something to necessarily look down upon. That's something that you're building. And I mean, ultimately, if this season doesn't end up being what it needs to be, you could find out more about Mac Jones now in the future and make a change potentially quicker than you would in terms like to see him, ride out and not
I agree.
just continue to fail.
Yeah, I just don't think there's enough to really digest right now with the Patriots to say that Bill Belichick is probably going to be fired at the end of the season. So, yeah, personally,
way.
I don't. He's going to be there forever. He's
$20
gonna be
million a
there
year, him and Kraft are going down on that
Yeah.
ship sinking together.
He's going to be there forever, no doubt.
Gotta be.
No doubt. We got a lot of other really great questions, though. I think there was a couple that actually we had put on the topic, of topics of the week. So I love that people are actually thinking the same as us.
All right, we got another banger of a question, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
This one's from Dylan Roth, baby.
Oh,
Shout out D. Roth, fellow Cowboys fan. D. Roth, let's see here. How nasty are the Cowboys? And how shitty are the Cardinals? And how are their fans gone? So D. Roth wants us to directly address how
This
Cowboys...
is a question, or is this just a...
I don't know. Statement from D. Roth, but yeah, the Cowboys are definitely nasty. Cardinals are pretty shitty on their bye week, but we could, We could touch on it, but I think we've already been in those waters
No,
enough.
I don't want to talk about the Cardinals anymore.
It's fair.
I don't want to talk about them anymore. I don't want to talk about them or the fucking Broncos anymore.
But it is true. I will agree with you to that sentiment, D-Roth. Cardinals fans are awfully quiet these days.
That's why we're not talking about them anymore.
I always hear, oh, this is the year.
What is there to talk about with them?
This is the one.
D-Hop, Kyler, Marquise Brown, we got it. The defense is loaded.
Yeah.
We know the same shit. It is also a bye week. You gotta say that.
Yeah.
It is their bye week. Like, what are they
We
going to be
can't shit on them right now.
But I agree with you. Like,
and there's
no hard knocks. What the fuck?
I mean,
yeah, that kind of ruins our Dave's chicken tonight, huh?
Yeah, I know. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
I'm not going to sit here and say the Cowboys are nasty because I do think...
No, I was going to speak on the Cowboys. I think that defense is terrifying.
You've seen Bullet
Well,
Train.
duh.
That defense is crazy.
No, yeah, that defense is definitely... Honestly, their whole team is firing on all cylinders right now. Like, they really do look... They look like a pretty scary team to see in the playoffs.
Yeah,
it's more
last
of...
week was very effortless.
Well, and it's kind of funny that you say that. Oh,
Let me ground all of you guys.
Don't even.
Listen, boys.
You were sitting here when it was 21-19, sweating.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to level you guys and ground with you.
Okay.
This was not a game that was anything to be fucking... This was a fluke win in the fourth quarter.
33 points in the fourth quarter, though, is insane.
Yeah, and they were...
Regardless.
It was a train that once it got rolling, it wasn't going to stop. It was the domino effect. You have a team that's got really not any substantial coaching foundation, and once they go down and kind of... It's the equivalent to the leak started and then damn near the whole flood started because there's nothing they could do at that point. We started feasting, pinned our ears back. We have a better fucking pass rush than they could ever imagine to have to protect us. Like, and you have a statue of a quarterback back there. Like, we got the fluke pick. Like,
Yeah,
I
they
don't
were
really
talking
think it's as much a fluke win as it was a fluke first half for the Colts because, I mean, Matt Ryan is a skeleton of himself. Jeff Saturday,
really is.
terrible fucking play calling, like just coaching.
well, he doesn't know how to call the
himself.
plays. But
Yeah, okay.
they have a young offensive coordinator who's 31 years old who has no experience prior.
Yeah, I don't really think the
Really?
Colts
I did
are
not know that.
anything.
Huh.
I was surprised that they were competing in the
That
first
makes
half.
so much sense. That's why people on Twitter keep saying how Saturday, like how the Colts hired two coaches on the most important like aspects of the game to coach with no experience. And I was like, because the defensive coordinator is Gus Bradley, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So I thought they were talking about him the whole time. And I was like, why? Like Gus Bradley's been a head coach before. Like,
No, this guy was the quarterbacks coach or tight ends coach, I want to say, something like that. And Jeff Saturday came in and like interviewed everyone individually, and I guess he had the best grasp of the offense, he felt, and knew the plays the best.
because they fired the OC too, and they fired Frank, right?
Yeah, and so he was like, "Yep, then you can start calling plays," and they got that win week 1. So obviously, there was a lot of hype around
the
him.
Raiders, and now look at the Raiders. They've won what, 3 straight, and Jacobs looks like he's
Yeah, that was the start of their winning streak.
he's leading right now. I think he's got like 1,400 rushing yards or something crazy like that.
He's number 1 right now.
He's definitely going to get paid for sure. Like, and the Raiders are going to look stupid because they could have got him on a 5th-year option, got an extra year out of him. Now they're going to have to pay him.
Yeah.
He probably won't get a crazy contract. I think he'll get somewhere around
3
like,
years, $36 million.
I was going to say 3 years, $33 million. Like, he's going to get, which I mean, right now for a running back is pretty nice. Like,
I was just saying 36 because he's caught the ball really well this year.
that's
too.
a solid prove it deal. 3 years, 30 to 30.
There's no prove it deal. He's not getting another deal.
Well,
after
I'm just
that.
saying because like,
That's the last deal, baby. That's the last hoorah.
no way.
Fuck yeah.
He would probably get a decent extension that was like 60.
1 year, $6 million after that.
What do you mean? He's only been in the league for 4 years.
Bro, running backs do not have that big shelf life,
Yeah, but
and
if
he
he-
runs so hard.
If he takes that 3-year, $36 million deal and outplays it, he would get an extension worth probably like
You're
40,
tripping, bro.
50 mil.
The way he's playing right now is not maintainable for...
No, I'm not.
3 years,
I'm just
let
saying
alone
if he
4.
does. Yeah, but you never know. Look at Derek. Derek's been doing this, what, for 6-7 years now?
Derek is
but
triple
playing-
his size.
You're right. You are correct. But still, he's still getting hit by the same players.
He's also
every
running
game.
a completely different offense, too.
I feel like their offenses are pretty similar. They're very run heavy.
Downhill run versus his own scheme. Like, he's running different holes, but they definitely... I don't know. Josh Jacobs carries a...
I'm not trying to say that their running styles are similar. I'm just saying, like, regardless, at the end of the day, you're in the NFL and you're still getting beat up every week. Like,
No, facts. But Derrick Henry absorbs hits like no other.
Yeah,
He's the one
he's right.
dishing out the pain in every situation.
What question were we talking about? We're talking about the Cowboys. How do we get to the Titans? Jesus.
Hey, we veered
We were
off.
talking about the Cowboys.
Oh, but I don't want to talk
and
about
then we
them
went
anymore.
from talking about the Colts. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we went from Saturday. That's funny.
But D-Roth, Cowboys are very hot. Defense is
very
playing
hot.
great.
We're going to talk about them a little
Cardinals
more, too.
is very
So, like,
buns.
it's...
I mean, we might as well get out of the way now. I mean, anyway, like, I don't know. I feel really good about the win just because it was a situation where we went to halftime and we weren't winning under the expectation that we should have been. It was a close game at that point. Fuck, at halftime it was 13-21. We come out, they score again, and we're like, oh, fuck. Like, I instantly was like, oh, here we go again. Like, we're going to be in a close team with a shit team that we shouldn't be in a close game. And ultimately, I think that's the way to look at it. Like, we were in a close game until the fourth quarter, and we had a fucking fluke eruption. Like, that's not something that's going to happen every game, and that's not going to happen against a playoff team. So, like, yeah, I ultimately want to say, and sorry I keep saying that, but at the end of the day, I want to say, oh, yeah, we would have won when it came down to clutch time, and we would have got away with the win. But the way they were playing, anything could have happened. Like, if our defense didn't erupt and really carry us at that point, anything could have happened. But that's what I have faith in, is that our defense really did pick up the whole team, and then the offense started playing better. It seemed like the hole started opening up, and then Dak could throw the ball around. Like, CD was definitely eating, which was a huge bright spot on the offense. But I don't know. I don't think Cowboys fans should get overwhelmingly like excited about that win, especially at face value the way you look at it.
Okay. So do you think Dallas is...
Realistically, great win.
Do you think Dallas is still a team to be scared of in the playoffs?
100%.
Okay.
I think everybody knows that. We're a fucking team to be scared of because we play the best defense. We have the deepest backfield right now. We are able to utilize tight ends really, really well, which I think plays a big factor down the line. And we have 4 that we have used
Schultz
consistently.
and I think Thompson is his last name, the other guy.
We got Schultz, we got Ferguson, we got Hendershot.
Ferguson is who I'm thinking of.
We got 3 good tight ends.
Yeah, he's nice.
Which I think will definitely help us. We have depth at receiver, and it looks like we're not going to add OBJ anymore. But
yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's conspiracy about that. What if Jerry's just saying some stuff to still sign him? You know,
you never know. But I really think after what happened, we're not going to sign him. I think he's pissed at the Cowboys for coming out with that information after having 2 meetings with other teams and that not coming out. I think he's going to be pissed. And
What information?
About I didn't see that today.
His progression not coming along as fast as they would have liked. Like, he's not going to play until January.
Yeah, Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboys said he won't be able to play till like mid-January. So playoff time, literally.
That's what I saw that yesterday, but Sam was saying that it's probably not real.
Yeah, that's what we don't know. We don't know if someone else leaked it or if Jerry leaked it and it's false information, or if it is true and he leaked it because
that's an odd...
he doesn't want another team to sign it, or he wants OBJ to discount.
That's an odd thing to say.
Like, there's just a lot of reasoning as to why that could have come out.
Like,
just fuck it all up.
Exactly.
That's very odd to say. Like, how do you like get to that point where like you say that? Like, why wouldn't you just say you're deciding not to sign him? You know what I mean?
Jerry sabotage.
But that's what I'm saying is like that's the only thing that makes sense. Like, what team would come out and be like, yeah, we're not going to sign this player because...
Or he's saying that because he knows OBJ wants to come to Dallas, but he doesn't want to pay him that much, so he released that information and wants a discount.
Because now I think about it, like, do the Bills even sign him still with this whole Von Miller shit?
I think the Bills are going to end up signing him.
I feel like they will as well, because the Bills, I feel like, won't give a shit about him sitting and waiting till playoffs.
OBJ comes and wears number 40.
They'll sign him, and they'll just say, like, whatever, like, you can sit here till playoff time, because we, at the end of the day, truly don't need him. They have Stephon Diggs, who by himself right now is playing probably one of the best.
They need OBJ. The way that Gabe Davis is playing, they don't have enough depth. Isaiah McKenzie's not a solid 3. He's a gadget player.
He's not bad, though. I feel like OBJ would just put them over the top. I feel like even if without OBJ, they're still a pretty scary team.
For sure, but weapons-wise, I think they need him, especially with that Vaughn fall, because Vaughn was the neutralizer for Mahomes. Vaughn is the biggest neutralizer for Mahomes I think you can get, arguably. So, like, losing him is just such a big...
TJ.
I would agree, but I think that Vaughn's played better against Mahomes than TJ.
I mean, Vaughn's played him more.
Yeah. So that's why right when I saw that, I was like, oh, Kansas City stock is through the roof after this against the Bills in my paper and the AFC.
I think the Chiefs are still the top dog. I think they're going to win the whole thing still.
Uh-huh.
Unless the Niners,
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But
yeah, so Cowboys, they're definitely a scary team still to see in the playoffs, you think, regardless.
I think we could end up.
Because that's the biggest question, I think, for them right now is that they look good right now, but come playoff time, can they keep it together? Because I feel like that's just been the biggest question with Dallas every single year. They
100%.
They go to the playoffs.
That's all I'm hearing is that we're going to not even get a playoff first round exit. Realistically, I agree with that sentiment, but this is the year that I think our team is playing good enough down the stretch right now that we could actually make a run. And the reason is because our defense is playing at such a much higher level than the offense. Like, our defense is going to have to be the carry of the team.
Something about this Cowboys team, I hate to admit, it just seems different.
It seems like we have
Something seems different.
It seems like Jerry doesn't have his hand in it as much.
Hopefully.
Begrudgingly, Dak's not throwing the ball 50 times. Both of the running backs are getting play that I feel like we've known for a long time is the move.
Zeke playing very well right now, too, I think makes his team even more dangerous.
And that rookie corner getting 2 picks, dude. He's our slot guy who's going to have to come up big in the playoffs. Him kind of starting.
Have you guys played Philadelphia? I think we talked about this last week.
Yeah, we played them earlier in the year and we lost.
That's right. Okay. So you guys play them one more time. Is it in Dallas or is it in Philly?
It's in Dallas.
When is that, Spence?
It's actually Christmas Eve.
Oh, please make that a Christmas Day game. Oh, that would be such a fun. The Cardinals play Christmas Day.
I'm not going to be able to watch it with you guys.
Why?
I'm going to be gone in Christmas.
You mean California?
Oh, true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
That's whack. I'm going to have to watch it by myself.
It's okay. We'll do a Sideline Banter live stream.
Yeah. Honestly, you're never here. Whenever we're watching the Cowboys games, you always are somewhere else.
Well, I'm always doing stuff.
Yeah.
I get nervous
Lately's been
when I
home.
watch him.
Yeah, we were watching it, and then you just decided to leave.
Been home. Yeah, but he leaves and he watches it. He'll go do something and he'll watch it fucking wherever he's at. He doesn't want to
get too focused.
He doesn't want to be in the house.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Because you see you see what this environment's like when the Steelers are on. I can't fucking enjoy a game.
I know, it's fire. Sometimes I like when the Steelers are playing more.
Week one, I come home from. Because I was driving home from Havasu that day. I watched the whole first half on my phone while driving home, which sounds horrible. I'm sorry, but it was week one. I had to do it.
I remember that.
I get home at halftime.
We got him.
I get home at halftime. I'm watching the game. Everybody's here, B-Bush and all them. And they literally make a bet on the Bengals. And the Bengals, it was a close game. It was when the Bengals were driving to hit the field goal to win the game before it went to overtime. And they got a first down. They got a first down, and it was somebody who they needed the yards. And B-Bush and Weston both on opposite sides of the couch get up and fucking high five each other right in front of me, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Oh, dude. So yeah, can't enjoy a game, but Dallas. I think we've come to a conclusion. They're the real deal. Next question. Shout out. Who asked that? D-Roth.
D-Roth.
Shout out D-Roth for the question. We appreciate it.
And yeah, to the end of his question about how their fans are gone.
Oh, there's more to this.
We have a Cardinals fan that asked a question.
Oh.
Shout out Lucas Esparza. Will the Cardinals let Cliff go after the season?
Nah, I don't think so anymore.
I don't know. After the bye week, I think we're going to have to wait and see.
I don't think so anymore.
They have a year, they had a week to let things kind of boil and see.
Depends how they finish the year.
Kind of how the Kyler situation and relationship is with him coming back.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know. I think it's a little bit too early to tell. I think it's going to really depend on how they finish the season with all the guys back. They've had only Marquise and D-Hop for one game. And Kyler. I think if they can all get clicking on the same page and kind of put a few wins together maybe to close the year out and actually look competitive, that Cliff could earn his spot back for next year potentially. Mm-hmm. But I think it's really going to just depend on how him and Kyler are relationship-wise and if Kyler kind of gives Keim the blessing to keep him. Because I think at this point we've agreed that Kyler's going to stay for sure, even if he is the problem.
Well, I think the hard position to look at too is right now people are so ready to fire Cliff. What if the Cardinals win out the rest of the year? Do the Cardinals look at this season as a whole? Not saying they're gonna win out, but what if the end of this year isn't as bad as we think it's gonna be? And as the season progresses as a whole, what if they just decide not to fire him anymore?
Whoa! Sorry about that, everybody. Had to get back on sweeping the socials. Had a little dog video pop up, but I do want to go ahead and apologize for our dog, mascot Hercules Mulligan here. Got tangled up in the cords. just as I was probably going to make a stellar point about the Cardinals, who I think we can all agree that we're done talking about because I think their season's all about done.
Fuck them.
Hey, so D-Roth, thank you for the question, but we're going to go ahead and move on. Oh, it wasn't even D-Roth. Lucas. Cliff Kingsbury, he might just be gone, but we're going to have to watch and see how that one unfolds. And unfortunately, we're not going to watch this week on Hard Knocks.
Yeah. Lucas did ask a juicy question I would like to get into.
Yeah, we got a follow-up, though, banger. Interesting. We had some crazy news this weekend about our hometown Pac-12 division. We got prime time. Dion Sanders coming in from Jackson State HBCU, Mississippi. He's flying all the way down. Accepted the position at CU Boulder. Interesting. So it goes from polar opposite schools, I could pretty much argue, and is going to go ahead and run the football team for the Buffs next season. So how are we feeling, boys? Because Lucas asked, does Primetime leave the Buffs to win their or win the Pac-12 next year?
Well, we got to ask.
I know Spencer has an answer.
I was about to say, we got to ask.
I don't, because if you're talking about USC, we're going to the Big Ten.
Is that next year?
Is that next year?
Damn.
Is it next year?
Yeah, that's why this last one, it would have been so good to go out on a high note as Pac-12 champs, like before we left. Yeah, we don't really have to get into that
My bad, bro.
No, it's all right.
Leave the
That
fight
was just
song
a
to
huge
me.
disappointment. But I do think I think there's a shot. I really think Dion is going to have a lot more to recruit. Like, a lot more players are going to want to play for him.
The portal's already loaded and jumping.
Yeah, he's already told.
Yeah, but
all
do
the
we think
players
it's
at
really
Colorado
for him,
right now.
or is it because this coincidentally is like the first real year the portal has like been utilized?
Both.
Okay. Because of Bama,
It's a perfect storm.
Bama had a lot of players
Yeah, they're putting the Hellcat keys on Saban's
going to
desk.
the
Peace.
transfer portal. Yeah, but this is what I want to kind of talk about as well, because like, are we reading too much into this? Or because
I can't read.
Are we reading? Basically, what I want to ask is it because the portal is like finally a real thing? Like, are we not surprised that players are actually leaving different schools and they're just highlighting Bama because it's Bama?
Yeah,
like, do you get what I'm saying? It's literally free agency of college. Like, dudes who went to Bama who thought they were going to be 4-year starters and forget that they go to Bama and there's 4-year starters.
Even dudes that
every
are
class.
starters at Bama are going in the portal.
Like, do you think they're like, just like, fuck it? Like,
I think that college football is definitely difficult, and like a lot of these kids are coming up in this social media era where they've never been told they're bad. They've never fucked up or got yelled at to their face, and like college is different, especially at these teams that are prepping kids to go to the NFL, and the whole entire school essentially rides on the football program, how much money they can bring in. Like, it's high stress. It's a big deal, and I think a lot of these kids aren't mentally tough enough to take it, and like that's why we're seeing a portal that has a overwhelming amount of kids, and I think we're also just seeing it because they're spoiled. Like, this NIL deal shit is insane. Like, you're probably having coaches call you constantly, or boosters, recruiters, pretty much saying, "Oh, you come to our school, we can give you $500,000 compared to a $20,000 NIL deal that they have now." Like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to give a fuck how much I'm playing if I'm making $500,000 for a team that might be worse. Like, fuck it. At that point, ultimately, there's a difference between kids that are trying to get their bag now and kids that are trying to definitely go to the NFL and have a shot.
yeah.
So like, there's a
I get what you're saying.
there's a very big difference between an NFL caliber player and a good college player. And sometimes we can't tell the difference, but sometimes we clearly can. Mm-hmm. And like, I think we're going to see the difference. Like, schools like Colorado might load up with like these 5-star players that are super talented, have a lot of followers, make a lot of money on NIL deals. But we might still see teams like, even in their own division, like Oregon, get actually real spill talent in the Pac-12 and bring, powerhouse kids in. But ultimately, like, and I keep saying that, sorry, but I don't know what to think, because the portal, like we're saying, this is the first year. And for all we know, Dion could get every 5-star player in there, and literally they could be in the college football playoff next year, let alone the Pac-12 championship.
Well, I think next year they go to the new format
expansion,
too.
Yeah.
And
the 12 teams.
And I heard the other day that every single conference champion is gonna get in.
Yeah.
So if they win, they're gonna be in. They're gonna be in regardless. I think if it's 12 teams, if we're being honest here.
So you have them winning the Pac-12.
Oh, without a doubt. Pac-12 is going to be...
Well, he's already bringing a lot of those guys from Jackson over to Colorado.
Yeah.
He's already said that. He told the Colorado football team.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my luggage in his Louis.
The interview,
he told him, he said,
the introduction
enter
meeting
the portal.
was,
If you're not going to work hard, I've already got a bunch of boys coming over.
The introduction
Cringe
meeting was
as
kind of
fucking
wild,
cringe.
in my opinion.
It's definitely like a big man way of looking at it, but it was cringe from my position.
Like, I'm like 50-50 on it. I get and understand a lot of where he's coming from and what he's saying, because he's coming in there trying to tell this a 1-11 program that like shit's about to change.
Yeah, it's
like,
cutthroat.
You guys are bad. Like, so I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna do my shit and we're gonna be good. Like, I get that, but some of the stuff he was saying was just kind of like
a little bit too much.
Like, I think the luggage thing was kind of like
cheesy
for him to literally be like, I'm your new head coach, but I'm bringing all these players in here because you all suck. And
but
like,
it's also Prime. He knows he's on camera. He was being followed by a film room. Like, he's got to give the entertainment aspect. So,
well, and that's where I get back to saying at first, like, I get they're a 1-11 football team. They are not good. Like, they're bad. Like, so Dion kind of can say things like this, but like honestly, the way you put it, like, he's Dion. Like, it felt too like forced to me. Like, I
feel like he's always been like that. Like, remember seeing those videos of him bringing in Brittany Renner or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, all of that circulating on social media. Like, I feel like
that stuff was cool.
I know you've seen that video.
That stuff was cool because he did a lot of shit like that. He did a lot of shit like that where he would either himself would speak to the team or he'd bring someone in to, like, because he's also not just a football coach. Like, he's made it very obvious that he's teaching these kids how to be men, like grown men, like how to live your life correct.
But that's what
like,
I mean. Like, I just don't think he's following the same path as like most coaches. Like,
yeah,
he doesn't give a fuck.
It's different.
He's
different.
He does what he thinks is best for like his coach. I don't know.
No,
I just think he does a whole lot different than most people.
I agree.
And I think from the outside looking in, his mentality and approach is completely different than what we've ever seen before. So that's why I think there's so many eyes drawn to it. It's very exciting to watch because he can change the whole landscape of college football. Like, moving forward, who's
really
to
can.
say, like, we don't see celebrity coaches or celebrity players for these college teams just because of the sheer talent they can recruit alone? Like, why wouldn't USC make Matt Leinart the head coach, or like shit like that? You know, like just weird, like one-off stuff, like legendary players. Why wouldn't we make them, head coaches? Like,
yeah, but I feel like Dion brings a certain superstardom with him. Like, you'd have to get somebody who's like a Dion Sanders.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like, Dion brings that swagger with him everywhere he goes, and he's found a way to use that swagger and transition into the way that he coaches, and that attracts a lot of talented football players to want to go play for his program. Look what he did with Jackson State in 2-3 years he was there.
I think a lot of people
got the
want
number
to play for
one,
him knowing that he's like such a successful athlete, like doing football
two
and
sport
baseball
athlete,
at the same time and being elite. Like, I feel like so many people just understand, like, he understands how to be successful and make it to that next level or whatever. And I think that's
and
why,
he's a man of God. He's a businessman. He's a good model. So he does attract a lot.
He got the number one receiver
I
and
think
cornerback of their classes to come to the school at the same time. Like, he's
to Jackson.
Dion to Jackson. Last
That's
year, he had the
crazy.
number one corner and the number one receiver both go to school there.
To Jackson out
Yeah.
of all. Wow, that's
just
wild.
Travis Hunter.
I'm pretty sure the number one receiver went too.
Oh, I don't think.
I'm almost positive I saw that he went there as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I definitely. I know USC benefited from the transfer portal this year, but I honestly don't.
Fuck yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, we had 43 people
You
on
guys poached
55 team.
You guys poached Jordan Addison
Holy-
away from Pitt.
Yeah,
Like, you guys were literally recruiting him like he was a
Yeah,
free
you
agent.
guys probably poached the most people.
Yeah, no, we did. We were
Yeah.
the
Now that you're going to
a
the Big
brand
Ten,
new team.
You're going to play Big Ten ball.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
I'm
Ohio
not too
State's
excited
gonna
about it. It's
fuck
weird.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
don't-
I think Ohio State plays a fucking shit schedule.
He does. He's very hell.
Dude, their
They
toughest
would
game was
clap
Penn
you
State.
guys.
I keep trying to.
Again.
This is what I keep trying to tell him. I keep trying to tell him Big Ten football is night and day different than half the conferences in.
Dude,
college.
half of the fucking Pac-12 was in the top 25.
It literally goes. goes SEC and then Big Ten. Like, Big Ten football
No,
is
Big 12
different.
is definitely better than Big 10.
Whoa.
Big 12?
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big 10 is fucking garbage.
Bro, Big 12 doesn't even play defense,
Dude,
my
look
guy.
at the fucking championship. You had Michigan playing Purdue.
That's just by happenstance because of the Ohio State factor.
No, that is a fucking fake conference.
No, it is
So
not.
is the Pac-12, my guy.
Dude, I just said we had 6.
Doesn't
half
matter,
of our conference
bro.
is in the top 25.
The big.
Everyone was trading me, and a lot of people see the competitiveness in that conference. Like,
Okay, we got to settle this right now. I'm pulling up both conferences.
Bro,
I'm sorry. We got to talk about it real
Michigan-
quick.
I got Northwestern over half of the Pac-12.
bro.
I'm saying.
Stop.
Right? Northwestern could be anybody in the Big 12 or
The
the Big
Pac-12
10.
any day of the week.
Pac-12
That's
any day of the week.
fucking ridiculous.
Stop.
That's ridiculous.
All right.
No.
Where are we at? Where are
You're
we at?
tripping,
Where are we at?
bro. The
We're
Midwest.
talking.
way.
Are we talking Big 12 or
Big
Pac
10.
10?
Oh,
No, but I'm saying against the Big 10.
Pac-12 or Big 10?
Or no, I'm saying are we doing Big 10 against Pac 12 or Big 10 against Big 12 right now?
Oh, either way. I mean,
The Big 12 one, I feel like we don't even have to talk about Pac 12. Big 10 beats anybody in the
dude, this
Pac 12 any
conference
day of
is
the week.
ass.
What conference?
The fucking Big 10. Dude,
the
literally,
top
it's
is way top
Only Michigan, the Spartans are okay, but they still were dog shit this year.
this year.
Penn State and Ohio State. Everything else, dude, fucking Maryland. You're going to say Indiana's better than...
Maryland almost.
Indiana has been bad for a while.
Maryland almost beat Ohio State. Are
Yeah,
you
I
fucking
know.
kidding me?
I know.
You were about to bring that up?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got Tua's little brother at quarterback. He's fucking nice. He's literally from Bama.
Rutgers.
The top end of the Big 10 is better than the top end
Bro,
of the
literally,
Pac-12.
Big 12 isn't any better. The top two teams are TCU 9-0, Kansas
literally
State
TCU and
7-2,
Oklahoma.
and then Texas is 6-3, Texas Tech 5-4, Oklahoma State 4-5,
Dude, I think
Iowa State went
more
1-8.
of those teams are in competition in the top 25 than in the Big 10.
Bro, bugging.
Not at all.
No, it doesn't matter.
That's crazy.
Either way, we're talking
Yeah.
about college football too much. But
Yeah, but the Dion shit makes you want to talk about college
no,
football.
I think college football is going to be
because it's going to be different.
next year is going to be mad exciting.
I think it's going to be mad exciting because, okay, here's what I actually want to ask, and this just popped in my head. So say Colorado does really well next year with Dion, right? They're already talking about the Pac-12 probably going away at some point. Does Colorado reconference after next year, or do you think they sit back, dominate the Pac-12 for a little bit?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
going to
I don't
dominate.
think Colorado's going to be the first ones to go.
No way.
Yeah, but imagine if like they go fucking undefeated next year, and like get to the playoff and make a run in the playoff. Like clearly, first year as Dion.
I don't think you could do that in the first year. Like, just
Okay, maybe not
do
first
that
year.
and
Maybe
then
not first
leave
year.
after 1
How
year.
many
I don't
years?
think-
How many years do you think it
I mean,
would
it
take
just
them?
depends because everyone wants to get out of the Pac-12. It seems like
That's what I'm carrying off the point that it might
just depends
disappear.
on how long the Pac-12 is around.
Yeah.
But maybe I would say not 1 year, maybe 2-3 years. You might see them start to make a move if they're continuing at that level. Like
Yeah,
and
true.
we're saying that we don't fucking know what Colorado's.
Oh,
gonna
100%. No, I agree.
It all depends, but yeah, I don't.
I'm
really,
interested
I don't,
to see
I
what
don't
is-
think Colorado's going to be the first of the rest of the Pac-12 to leave.
I'm interested to see what his coaching staff is going to look like.
Willie Taggart.
I still can't even believe
You
it.
think?
I just think the fucking
Yeah, I think
Pac-12
they
is
already
worse
said.
than the Big Ten.
Huh?
That's crazy.
He's got
Bro,
Willie
both the
Taggart.
Washington schools, both the Oregon schools are better than most of these schools right here. No doubt about it.
depends. In
UCLA
conference.
Oregon for sure, yeah.
Bro, dude, in conference, they're decent.
Yeah.
Dude, when they get out of conference, they get fucked
Dude,
up.
Washington is calling
do.
themselves DBU now. Like, you know how
Yeah,
Oregon
they're
is.
not DBU.
I mean, because of
Actually, they're
They're kinda
pretty up
nice.
there. They're pretty
have
up
good
there.
DBs,
Yeah, they're pretty
but-
up there. That was my bad. They are. Yeah, no.
LSU's DBU.
I just think that's crazy. Bro.
LSU
The whole
might be-
fucking
LSU
Big
might
Ten
be
West is
DBU
dog shit
and wide receiver.
besides Wisconsin. Wisconsin, not a good year, but every other team in there is fucking trash.
Bro, doggy, I'm
That's
sorry.
crazy.
Yeah, at a conference play, they don't stand a chance.
Head to head, all the
sorry.
Pac-12 teams are getting slaughtered by the Big Ten teams.
Not at all.
Well, that's the people.
Yeah.
This will be our poll
We'll
question
get a
of the
question.
week.
Wild.
This will be our poll question of the week for sure.
Historically, bro, we are the worst conference.
Hey, they're about to be the Pac-10, so let's start calling them by the right name. But yeah,
Are
I
they
think
going back to that? I think they still keep it Pac-12.
there's not going to be 12 teams.
I don't
Why would they
think-
keep it Pac-12?
Yeah,
I
they
think, I think
changed when
before
the
it was
team-
even Pac-10, it was 12 teams.
No, it was only 10.
It changed.
Because I'm pretty sure
Why
it
is
was.
Big Ten. There's not 10 teams.
Yeah, there are. They're not.
No, there's more.
Well, because they can't make it 12.
And you can't be Big 12.
Yeah, you can't be Big 12. I like their logo, how it looks like it just says big, but the 10 is like kind of written in there.
Big.
Every time I see the logo, I go, big.
There's 14 teams in the Big Ten.
Damn, why aren't they the Big 14?
And USC and UCLA are joining them.
Damn, they're about to be the Big 16. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
shout out Lucas.
Yeah, shout out Lucas. Thanks for the
Great question. College football should be exciting next year. I think we're all excited to see what
That's
Dion
the first
does.
real college football conversation we've had that didn't include USC as the main topic.
More to be expected once football season.
I mean, it's going to be like free agency. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be actually kind of fun to watch.
It is going to be sick to see who goes where.
It's college football. I just want to say this before because it kind of cut in my head. College football, I feel like, is about to be like that replacement league for the NFL, like what the XFL and everything are trying to be like. It's just unfortunately a different time of the year. Like, imagine if college football was during spring.
Yeah, it'd be
like
crazy.
It would be fucking insane. It would be exactly
Football
what people
year-round.
are trying to replace that whole spring season of football with.
No, it would be dope. We got a question from former guest, roommate, Evan Gilbert. What do we think about Baker, who just got signed by the Rams today? Only team that ended up placing a claim for him on waivers.
Now, and I think...
Huh?
I think it's a waste.
I think we're going to...
McVay makes him nice.
I was just going to say, McVay and him sat next to each other on their way to the it was either on their way to or from the combine, and apparently they, like, hit it off, like, pretty hard. Apparently McVay, like, was a fan of the guy.
Really?
Yeah, so I think that, in general, they're already going to have some kind of familiarity with each other, and, like, I feel like Baker doesn't have anything to prove, really. So, like, I feel like he's going to kind of go out there with that swagger we saw with him at the beginning of his career. And
No swagger.
what do you mean?
He is literally a third-string quarterback. How much confidence can this guy have?
But that's what I'm saying. He has nothing to lose anymore. He has nothing he has to prove. Everybody's already ruling him out. Like, and he's going to go into LA. And
and what about that situation would make you want to fucking
because he's going to be
swagger?
relaxed. Like, he's literally he's going to start for this team right now. He's going to start for this team right now. Maybe not this Sunday because they just picked him up, but he will start next week. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Matthew Stafford's probably
done forever.
50-50 done right now.
Done forever?
He might be. He's always had an injury history, but yeah, he might be. He went back-to-back concussions.
That was going to be my follow-up question. If he's done forever.
I think he has a contusion, doesn't he?
Yeah, something bad.
Yeah, he's went back-to-back concussions, and he has a pretty severe spine injury. Like, he's probably... And he's already gotten beat the fuck up in his career.
Would be sad.
He's not the youngest guy either.
No.
Yeah, I think he's like 36, 37.
Yeah, he's older.
Wow, that's crazy.
Could be an end of an era after a fairy tale year.
Honestly, the
it's
end of
sad
like...
to go out like that.
Storybook ending for him last year.
And then he'll be like...
If they had ended last year.
Yeah.
He's like the last quarterback, obviously, other than Brady, who's like our era that we grew up watching. Oh, yeah, and Rodgers. But they're like two GOATs that are just playing way farther. I'm talking about like the guys like Phillip Rivers, Big Ben, Drew Brees, like Eli, even Peyton. Like, that'll be crazy, dude. Once Rodgers... I mean, the league is in great hands. Like, it's in phenomenal hands with the quarterbacks, but...
Yeah, we got the GOAT.
Who? Brady? Or not Brady. Rodgers?
I think I might switch my stance as of lately. I think Mahomes might end up being fucking goated.
Oh, he's gonna be. Even without the Super Bowls, I think he will be.
I don't know.
He's insane, dude. He is a god.
Anybody watch that's a fan of the Chiefs? Well, not the Chiefs, but Mahomes. Watch that Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce podcast with Mahomes. It's fire.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking...
Mahomes is dope.
He's
so cool.
That story about them when he was a rookie, where he's talking about how he how he went out with Trav, and then he woke up late and was like late to the meetings or whatever. Yeah, and they were like, "Were you out with Trav last night?" That shit's funny. And honestly, it's a great pod because you can tell that they really are boys. Like,
they're dogs.
They got that relationship. That's why I think it proves
Travis
another
Kelce
point.
is just so cool.
It proves another point that literally Tyreek, like, obviously was a guy, but like I think Kelce really is like has been the bread and butter of that offense.
Kelce is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
He's been there longer than Pat. Like, he's literally the heart.
I always forget that sometimes, too.
He was there like 4 years before.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2013. He didn't have a single catch his rookie year.
Yeah,
and look at him now.
Sat behind Anthony Fasano.
Oh, my God, what a name. I forgot about him. Damn. Facts. Yeah, but what question were we on?
I think that we just... Oh, Evan's question about Baker. We somehow.
Oh my God, we did it again. We somehow made. Damn, maybe that says it all.
I don't know.
Maybe that says it all.
I think it's a waste of time.
You do?
Yeah, I don't think Baker's really good for anything else than a backup
I think
position.
he's gonna.
And to have him start the rest of the year, it's not really exciting. The Rams aren't going to do anything. I mean,
Exactly. They're testing the waters. They're seeing if he's got anything left, just in case.
I I just don't.
Stafford might be done.
I wouldn't let
They're
him.
not going to reach on a quarterback this year. The Rams, if McVay's staying, he's not going to reach. They're going to wait until next year, and they might get Caleb Williams. Just saying.
They
The
might
Rams?
Yeah.
They might blow that whole team up. They might be done.
They also
if
might do
McVay
that.
leaves for TV because he says he's only tied to Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and all those core players, Cooper Kupp, bro, I could see them getting rid of Ramsey, getting rid of Donald.
No way. They would not get rid of Donald. Donald would be the
They would retire.
Donald and
would
Kupp
retire.
would stay for sure. If anything, Donald will retire before they trade him, without a doubt. He's not going to play anywhere else.
If he does retire, that they are going to blow the team up.
You think they would trade Kupp?
Yeah.
No way.
If McVay's gone, what?
No way. No way.
You
That
can
is
get
bold.
2 first-round picks for him.
You could get more. You could get 4 first-round picks probably between Ramsey and Kupp.
Oh, between them, yeah, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
Ramsey's only a first now.
You could get for sure 2 out of Kupp.
Yeah.
If you don't, you don't trade him.
I think
in
2
my
out of
opinion.
Kupp. Yeah.
A trade with Kupp,
But coming off an injury,
trading away both of them, you need to come away with at least 3.
yeah.
In my opinion.
But either way, if
That would be
if Donald retires
insane.
short of his contract after this year, after a disappointing season, they have no reason to keep that core together anymore.
I don't think they'll retire. I don't think Donald will retire off a season like this. He's not going to be like, I'm just done.
Well, ultimately, it's
Super Bowl hangover.
Donald and the coaches move, because if McVay retires, Donald retires, and I think vice versa. 100. They've already said that last year.
No,
he said
I know
that.
McVay said that he's tied to this team, but I don't think Donald would retire if McVay retired. I think he'd finish out his contract because he was already thinking about retiring before. Why would he sign another contract? I feel like McVay wouldn't be like.
For money. What do you mean?
But I'm saying I don't think McVay retiring would be like, oh, Aaron's like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna retire.
Why would McVay retire though? That just doesn't make sense to me.
Because
He
he
got
got
an offer for like $40 million.
Yeah, he got
to
a
do
fat TV deal
That's
last
crazy.
year. He got a fat TV deal
while
last
he's
year.
playing still, or while he's coaching still.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got fucking way better offers to do other shit. And he's got that fucking newlywed wife. She's bad.
Yeah, but that's what I'm like. Do you think they're gonna go out like that? Like they had one bad year and he's gonna make, you know what? Fuck it, I'm done. Like I feel like
Yeah, don't you think that TV offer is going to be on the table like
Yeah.
after he's actually done? I feel like he's so young and he's been very successful.
that's
You
kind
know,
of another
minus this
thing why
year.
people are saying like
I
if
feel
he
like
really
it's just-
wanted to retire right now, he could because he's done it all already.
Yeah,
Like
he has now.
Except beat Shanahan.
regardless, I think they would come back for at least another year.
Can't beat the 49ers.
I feel like they would like same shit with Brady. Like Brady, not a fucking chance Brady retires on this season. Not a chance. If they make
Yeah.
the playoffs,
You were saying at the beginning that he would.
yeah, but now they're like barely floating around sub 500. Like
Not after last week.
there's no way
yeah, last
Brady
week-
goes out.
last
They're
week
already
was
talking about
insane.
Brady going back to the Pats. Like
Yeah.
there's rumors about him going to other teams already. Like Brady will come back, I think, for maybe 1 or 2 more years. Probably 1, in my opinion.
2 more years would be
like,
crazy.
Him and
He'd be
Giselle.
47.
I think about it too. Him and Giselle got divorced literally because the man came back to play football. You think he's gonna just
Yeah.
do 1 year after
Dude, if he
getting
plays to
divorced?
47, I don't know why you wouldn't play to 50. Be the first 50-year-old to play fucking probably any professional
Dude.
sport.
Any professional sport? Yeah, because Vinatieri I think was like 41, 42 when he retired.
Dude, those old guys back in the day played until they were 50-something.
No fucking way. Nobody's played this game until they were 50.
George Blando was the oldest, but like I'm talking about baseball and shit.
Oh yeah. You think 50s?
Yeah, I think Babe Ruth was rocking.
Yeah, I couldn't speak on that.
Neither could I, honestly.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
let's talk. We're talking football though.
Yeah.
We're a football show.
Well, Brady already beat out George Blando for oldest.
Yeah, I mean the dude's 45,
Dude, that's
46.
insane. I don't know. I don't think he can go that. I say maybe 1 more year.
Who?
Brady.
Brady? Yeah,
But-
he's gonna go. He's gonna go either to hometown night. Ooh, God, I really hope that doesn't happen. Brady on this Niners team, it's kind of built like the Bucks team the first year that he went to the Bucks. Insanely good defense, great receiving core, solid run game. They got fucking McCaffrey. Like
I could see him being there so quickly.
what to the Niners? Oh yeah, it's like the perfect fit. Literally, he's not gonna go back to New England. The
And he
rumors.
can mentor the GOAT.
Who you
Oh,
talking
Brock
about?
Purdy. Oh, dude, that is so fucking sick. That's so sick. I was.
Hey, we're going to talk about that later.
I know, but I was just gonna say I was at the gym today and like seeing them talk about him on ESPN. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, that is
Just
like,
down the street.
Hometown
Bro,
hero.
literally,
Hometown
like
hero.
that's different than C. Kirk, because C. Kirk obviously success to him, like dude's
He was
incredible
further-
athlete. But we expected that from Kirk, like seeing Purdy go from a walk-on offer to Bama, going to Iowa State, true freshman starter, playing well there, Mr. Irrelevant, and now the dude's fucking starting in the NFL. Like that's so sick. Good for him, bro. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Dog for sure. But yeah, Baker. I think we can move on from that one. We're up in the air with that for sure.
Yeah, I think everybody is. McVay could make him into a weapon, but I think he could. I don't know. I think it could be pointing to signs that Stafford is done, and they're going to test if Baker could actually do something like this long term.
That's what I'm saying.
But at this point, I think the Rams are like, fuck it. We might as well just burn this guy up.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have anything else to lose.
No, put him in.
But
That's what I was saying. You guys were
But-
crucifying me.
Yeah, but I just don't really think Baker's worth like testing to have run
Yeah.
your team. There's so many better options.
I don't see him gelling
Yeah, but
with that
who?
core.
They can't
too.
trade for anyone.
I don't see him gelling with that core. Like him and Ramsey interacting together. Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
Low-key.
what? Donald and Baker?
It could be a good fit though, because he is in a lot of commercials, and now he's in.
Not
he's in
anymore. When
Hollywood.
was the last commercial you saw him in?
Dude, he's always in commercials all the time.
Not anymore.
Maybe just because we watched literally Red Zone, so we haven't seen a commercial in
Maybe,
so
yeah.
long.
Dude, yeah, he's in that fucking Nissan commercial for the Heisman.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
Well, that's
that's
Heisman. Yeah,
Heisman.
he's gonna be in that for life.
Yeah,
but I mean,
all
he's
the
always
Yeah.
he's always on TV. I feel like.
Yeah, Baker situation. We'll see what happens, but definitely a good question because I think it's something to watch. Evan, shout out. Got another question. Jay's Plant. Dark horse contenders for the Super Bowl. Mine is the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're a dark horse right now. We're not even first in our division. People are sleeping on us, I think, because we're pretenders each and every year. First round exit is kind of our stamp. So I will take us as a dark horse contender, biased answer. But I think if we go on a run, our defense really picks us up down the stretch, and we get both running backs cranking, we could be a dark horse that people cannot stop, even though they want to.
How do we feel about that, Spence? Are we gonna allow him to say
I
that?
don't really think they're a dark horse.
Are we gonna allow him to
You
say the
don't?
Cowboys are a dark horse?
Why? We're a wild card team right now.
Yeah, well, it's just because your division is so good. I still don't think you're a dark horse.
Okay, then what's, I mean.
I don't really even know. You guys say dark horse all the time. I barely know.
Well,
that.
dude,
Do we say dark horse
the
a lot?
NFC,
Fuck yeah.
the
Do we?
NFC doesn't
Yeah.
even really have dark horses right now.
I was gonna say it's kind of hard to pick a true like a dark horse to me would be like
I guess there's like
I know dark
obvious
horse
answers.
is like a song by Katy Perry.
a
I
dark
think.
horse to me would be
That's
like
all I know.
would be like the Commanders.
Yeah, that's
Like-
mine right now for AFC is Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals. Yeah, that's
Just
a good
because
one.
they are the chief killers
Yeah.
and they're the only team. They're
Like
second.
nobody right now is expecting, even though they went last year. Like nobody, I feel like people definitely are, but not a lot of people are expecting the Bengals to go back.
No, and they haven't. They've been very up and down.
Like-
They haven't got going, but they have put together good wins when they needed it.
Here's something I want to ask: who would you consider more of a dark horse, the Jets or the Commanders?
Jets.
Like you think
I
they have-
believe more in the Commanders than the Jets.
Okay, that makes sense. I think I was trying to see which one you would believe in more to win. So that makes sense. Yeah,
Commanders.
okay.
My dark horse I would say AFC Bengals 100%. Dark horse for the NFC. I think I've been saying this for a while. Can't count out the GOAT. Give me Bucks.
Ooh, that is a good one. Because
After that last second win, they're building.
honestly,
Divorce has Brady 3-1, 2 game-winning drives. He's stacking right now, and we said they're probably going to win the division, even though they're bad. Which I will get my money.
Honestly, yeah, I was just about to say it's still, we still got some time, but
I don't think
But from what I'm
Mariota's gonna carry
saying,
the
we know
Falcons.
Brady's going to win.
what'd you say?
I don't think Mariota's going to carry the Falcons there.
No. Mariota's. I'm honestly surprised that they haven't at least played Riddler yet or Ritter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, why? Like, what's the point of drafting him? Like,
Because they're still in it. So you're going to go with the guy that you
yeah,
know.
but Mariota just lost to Pittsburgh last week.
It doesn't matter. You don't put in a rookie. He wasn't even drafted in the first, second, or third.
I think
he?
he was second round.
I like the way you said that. He lost to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, but
Duh.
you're saying it like they're shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just put a lot of emphasis on it. No, I was saying it like they're shit, to be honest.
Damn, I just remembered. We got a 2-hands corn dog down the street.
Is that open yet? Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, you're positive? Why are you looking at us like that, Spence? What are you thinking?
You been there yet?
I don't know. I didn't even know what that was.
Oh, you haven't been there?
No.
Oh, it's
the corn dogs with
insane.
the cheese?
It's insane.
You have to hold it with 2 hands.
No, they're just really big corn dogs. I mean,
They're
you
big
could
corn
if you
dogs.
wanted to. I know you know something about big glizzies.
Oh, whoa.
You're drooling.
Yeah, I am at a loss for words.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think my dark horse is probably the Commanders.
Commanders?
Yeah, honestly.
They could do it.
They kind of remind me of, I hate to say it, but that 2005 Steelers team. Started off kind of rough, being carried by a really strong defense right now. Heineke's playing pretty good, like, even though it was Ben's second year at that time.
And you
they
got
it.
fresh off the gunshot wound, running like a madman.
Oh, my God.
Brown.
Ben was a motorcycle accident.
I'm talking about Brian Robinson, number 8, you selfish
Oh,
prick.
no, but I thought you were trying to say because Ben got shot.
Ben was doing the shooting.
No, Ben was in a motorcycle accident and almost died. The man literally almost died. He almost lost his life.
Damn, I can't really pick a dark horse because I don't really know, first of all, like what I'm looking for, but I also don't believe in most of these teams that aren't at the top of their divisions. Like,
Exactly.
maybe
It's
the Dolphins,
kinda hard,
but I
yeah.
still don't think that they would do it.
Dolphins are kind of the same as the Cowboys as me. Like, people are trying to say they're
But the
a dark
Cowboys
horse.
look
Like,
way better than the Dolphins, in my opinion.
I feel like they both look pretty evenly good right now, considering what kind of teams they are.
Is he stupid?
Who, me?
You think the Dolphins look as good as us?
Yeah.
The
Why is
Dolphins
that
just
so?
got beat
Why is that stupid to say?
33-17.
Against the 49ers, who have the best defense in the NFL, literally.
The
But
Dolphins
the
have
offense-
a dog shit defense.
The offense led by
and the
Brock
offense only
Purdy.
scored 17 points.
What do you mean?
The Dolphins. Their
Yeah,
offense is their strong point.
They played against a really solid, probably the best defense in the league, is what I'm saying. Of course they are only going to
but
score 17 points.
They had 34 points put up on them by Brock Purdy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they have
I
a
don't
bad
know,
defense.
That's kind of crazy.
Look at that team.
Yeah.
Regardless, they were about to maybe pick
Their
up Baker.
offense-
I
and
think
expect to be
we
good.
play. I think our complementary. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is our combination of offense and defense is
feel like
better
your
than their
offenses
combination of offense and
Yeah,
defense.
I agree with that
Their
completely.
offense is stronger than ours. Sure, they have more weapons, but complementary football wise and the way our teams are built, I think we're stronger overall.
Probably
Their defense
stronger
is
because
weak.
your but I'm saying you guys are equally both the same in terms of measurables of if they are going to win the Super Bowl or not.
No,
Cowboys are not a dark horse. The Dolphins are not a dark horse.
but we're above them.
Then I don't know what a dark
But
horse
no,
is.
but my point was saying
I have
I
no
think you
clue
guys
what
are,
it is because I don't know what I'm looking for.
I would say the Dolphins are a dark horse. They just lost badly, and they're not.
What, someone who's
yeah,
not
but they
expected
beat
to
the
be there, but
Bills,
they
a
could
team that
be?
you guys would consider as a Super Bowl winner.
I mean, yeah, they're still fighting for second. They're like one game above second in their division. They got the Jets behind them. Like, they're not going to win their division. I think it's a dark horse.
You don't know that.
They're a
They
wild
might.
card spot like us.
They could beat the Bills. Just won their first in division game of the season. The Dolphins already have games
Yeah.
up on them.
Yeah, that's true.
The Dolphins could very easily win that division,
They
and
could.
I don't think a lot of people realize that.
But I think
I think we're going to see when the Dolphins and the Bills play again.
Yeah, I think the Bills probably close out the next couple games in their division. They got the Jets at home. Mm-hmm. They're
I agree.
Then they have Miami at home, and then they go and play. They play New England at home. All 3 of those home games, and they're going in. Well,
3-game win
New
streak.
England's already going to be cold too.
I don't think they'll beat Miami like everybody's thinking they're gonna.
Dude,
At home.
Miami going into Buffalo.
I'll bet you on that.
in
Okay,
the
I'll
middle
bet
of
you on that.
December.
If you want to bet on it?
I'll bet you on that.
I think it's different going from playing in the heat than playing in the cold.
Oh, I understand
'Cause,
that.
like I
but-
saw that whole thing, like
I
that
can
Hard
see
Rock
Tua
Stadium
right now fumbling in the snow.
Hard Rock Stadium, like they have
Okay,
it like
we can make a
structured
bet
so
on
that
it if you
the
want.
sun is shining on the opposing team, and the Dolphins wear their white uniforms.
Oh yeah, I
So
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's like increasing the heat. I feel like is going to be a lot. I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to drain you, but I don't think it's as tough as playing in the cold.
Oh,
don't
I
think
agree with
Miami's
you,
gonna do
but-
as well playing in Buffalo in the middle of December.
Either way, it's both fucking hard.
We'll have to
they have
see.
the clear advantage.
I don't know. I think it's easier to play in the heat than the cold.
I heard that Miami shit is the biggest. It's the biggest advantage in the NFL.
Oh yeah, for home field advantage for sure.
Any weekend, any Sunday, no, just any advantage in general. Like having that home field in Miami during the day is the biggest advantage. Literally.
Yeah, but I feel like playing in the cold is.
I mean, it's hard.
I guess I haven't done it enough, but I could imagine that's fucking tough.
I mean, yeah, it sucks, but I mean, when you're in the NFL, you're just like, yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah.
It hurts, but most of them probably on drugs.
Wow, freezing cold take.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's a cold take.
You think most of them are on drugs while they're out
They
there
could
playing?
be.
No, I don't think
I mean,
so.
Rodgers is on Perkies.
Yeah,
He's
Rodgers
fucking
was
leading the
playing
whole
through
offense.
Rodgers was playing through a significant ankle injury, of course. Not all these guys are just out there taking
No, but if they
drugs
get
before they
bruised
play.
up, then
Yeah, Marshawn took Henny shots before every game.
Wasn't that
and
Clinton
he-
Portis, or did Marshawn
they
do that
gave him
too?
Skittles. You don't think they'll give him,
Okay, there's a
Other
difference.
You gotta do something to warm
There's
up.
a difference
That's all I'm
between a
saying.
Skittle
I
and a
don't know,
Percocet.
I saw kids drunk as shit in college playing.
drunk?
Fuck yeah, all the time.
No,
Indiana.
see, nobody in the NFL is doing that, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting drunk.
Yeah, they're not getting drunk as fuck
professional
before the
football
game.
I think you guys are definitely
Just 'cause it's cold
underestimating.
out.
Maybe Nathan Peterman before his first
Channing
NFL
Crowder said that he
start,
used to drink all the time.
I don't know.
before he played.
I still think I think Buffalo wins out the rest of their divisional games.
Facts.
I think they're better off than the Dolphins
More complete team.
because we're still on the fucking topic of the dark horse, right?
Yeah.
I think Buffalo's still better than Miami.
Yeah.
Even though they lost, they're not doing as well in their divisional games.
But I think after last week's performance, the Dolphins are considered a dark horse. I mean, just because I don't think they have as big of a chance anymore. They're
well,
trending downwards.
We all think different things.
I want to see the Lions come back and fucking.
I don't think they have a shot. The NFC's too
You don't
top
think they
heavy
can
right
make it
now.
into the wild card?
The NFC's too. I feel like the NFC's so dicey right now because Seattle,
Man, everyone's kind of fucking mids in that division.
Seattle
Like
and
conference.
New York, and now Commanders are all hovering on those in that last spot. I don't think Detroit will be able to outwin either. Maybe New York, honestly, maybe the Giants, but
Yeah, is New York fake?
they might be.
They might be, right?
They're done. I bet. What I say?
Oh,
all
the
year.
Commanders just tied with them. Actually, holy
Commanders, I
shit!
think the Commanders take the next one too.
What I've been saying, Giants are fake.
Oh yeah,
the
they
whole
play.
year.
They have a bye and then they play again, right?
You have been saying that.
They won on flukes on pretty much everything. Their luck ran out. They're not as good as everybody thinks they are. They're fucking hurt at weapons. Next question kind of plays into what we already talked about. Jace also followed up by asking what teams that we think are overrated that will flop in the playoffs.
Giants. That's the first thing that was the first
Yeah.
thing I thought of when I
Yeah.
read that question.
If Giants get in, yeah, I think that they'll be an easy
Maybe
route.
Seattle, but
Cowboys is an easy
Yeah,
answer.
Seattle,
Could
I
be a
feel
first
like.
round exit.
yeah, but
You say Cowboys?
yeah.
I don't think so.
no,
This year I think
that'll
it
be
could
a
be
flop.
different, but
that'll be a
that's-
flop. If the Cowboys lose, they'll say it's a flop for sure.
That's crazy.
They'll say it's a flop without a doubt. They'll say it's another Cowboys loss in the playoff. I'm not trying to hate. Like
No,
that's what he was trying to
100%.
say. Like that's how the Cowboys are.
Major disappointment though.
Yeah, because this team, like we were saying earlier, and I'm
This
very
is the most
confident.
red to go team.
I'm
we've
very
had.
confident this is honestly it's the only way to describe it. This is the most ready to go Cowboys team they've had in a long time. Like this team really feels like they can put teams away. Like
most complete.
Indianapolis, they definitely last week like looked dicey, and then all of a sudden they scored 33 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. Like no Dallas team has ever really. I don't remember the last Dallas team that was able to do that. In my opinion, like none of the Romo teams could do it. None of the early
Yeah.
Dak Prescott teams did it. Like team's firing on all cylinders right now, and they're definitely probably the scariest team in my opinion in the NFC.
Ooh.
No doubt. You heard it here for first from a
Yeah.
fucking diehard hate Cowboys fan. Just admitted that.
I think maybe the Titans.
Yeah.
They'll
Dark
exit.
horse, yeah.
I don't really
No,
think-
expected
I don't
to
really
flop.
think
Oh,
they're
expected
real.
to flop. Oh yeah, we're off dark horse. Yeah.
I think potentially. I think the Eagles are gonna flop.
I
think they're not
that
gonna-
one. I don't think so.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I don't know. They keep
They're starting
showing
to
these
look-
things where it's like
Yeah.
maybe they are.
They're looking
They are serious.
better and better. I feel like almost
Yeah.
every week. Like
Last week was pretty impressive. I don't really think AJ Brown is. Everyone's giving him a lot of credit. I don't think he's that crazy. But what are you looking at me like that?
Oh, he's insane.
I don't think he's like.
Did you see his game last week?
Yeah, I saw it. 2 tutties.
bro, he is a dog, certified.
I think he's
Certified.
undeniably the most pivotal free agent acquisition
Yeah.
of the offseason
For
so
sure.
far. He's improved
Without a
his team
doubt.
the most.
I would agree.
He has made Jalen Hurts light years better than he was last year, and I think that we have seen quickly Devontae Smith was the number one on that team. They would look a lot different. I don't think that they would be firing nearly as efficiently.
I actually heard this today, and I think it was on
Devontae Smith's
Pat.
not a number one.
I think it was on Pat. Who would you trust more right now in a playoff game, Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I know.
And I was curious. I'm curious as to what you would have to say about that.
Jalen, just because he can run the ball more efficiently, has better, I think, a better offense right now, expectation-wise, scheme-wise, and his expectations of the way that he operates the offense. to be able to carry his team to victory. I think when it gets playoff time, Dak instantly, has shown he gets in the mode of, I got to win this game for my team. I'm the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. Throws the ball 50 times. 3 of those balls are interceptions. We get behind early. Tries to make the big play. Doesn't play within the offense. Doesn't hand the ball enough. And that's what we've seen very nearly every time that we get the first-round exit. I think right now I trust Jalen Hurts more because, one, he only has one game this year, I believe, where he put the ball really in harm's way noticeably, and then he cleaned it up the following week, and I believe that was 2 weeks ago. So he had his best game following the week that he made all the turnovers. And Dak has shown numerous times against good teams that he will put pressure on himself and turn the ball over. I think the fact that Jalen Hurts runs an offense where they have so many RPOs and so many options, and he is able to run the ball if he doesn't feel comfortable back there passing, and Dak is limited, I think, in that aspect, I would feel more comfortable down the stretch with Jalen Hurts. But with that said, Jalen Hurts doesn't have our defense. Jalen Hurts doesn't have our run game. So there's a lot of other factors. Quarterback for quarterback right now, probably Jalen Hurts, even though Dak has a little bit more experience.
See, I was kind of leaning more towards Dak, I feel like, personally. Something about me really wants to say Dak, but I feel like my brain is thinking Hurts.
There's just so many factors.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Dak does have the playoff experience. The playoff game last year, I think, against the Niners left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. We got to forget he also beat Seattle the year before in a pretty exciting game against a Russell Wilson, who at the time was considered a top 5 quarterback. Dak's got the experience in that situation. So that's why I feel like I lean towards Dak, and I think a lot of people would probably say Dak because they're going to pick the NFL playoff experienced quarterback first. But Jalen also, as you said, has a lot of attributes to his game as well that make you think he's a guy who's ready to win now. So you feel like he would be pretty clutch in a playoff game.
The way that he's played down the stretch, you would think that, but I don't know. I think Jalen Hurts is the easy answer just because he can do more things than Dak. But right now, the way I look at it, he leans on the fact that offense is, so diverse and they're able to do so many different things. I think situationally, if we saw Dak and Jalen Hurts in the same situation where you got to drop back, 30 times and throw the ball, and we're not talking RPO, we're not talking a variable run game system, we're not talking about all these motions and jet sweeps. We're down 21, we have to drop the ball back, throw it to get back in the game and win. I'm taking Dak over Jalen Hurts. But that's not football, and that's not situations. That's completely different because straight up pocket passer, I'm taking Dak, but that's just not the game, and it's changed so much that now in the playoffs and schematically and system-wise, depending on what defense you're playing, Jalen Hurts just gives you a better advantage to win in a lot of situations.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. It's pretty solid.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a hot topic, and we'll get the answer this year, obviously. So
yeah. Shout out Jay's Plant. Thank you for those questions that we kind of went off topic. But, yeah, I think we're going to find out in these next coming weeks more so even who is a bigger, overrated team that we're going to see get in the playoffs that we maybe don't trust as much, as well as a dark horse contender that will probably emerge themselves later in the season. And like Coop said, we could see that be a team like the Commanders, who's now 7-5-1. And is looking up at the Giants, who are 7-4-1 and could steal and go on a run in the playoffs type of thing. So I think we'll see in the coming weeks kind of where these teams stack up, especially in the playoff picture against teams that they've already played. John Everett, shout out question. Still sweeping the social, so appreciate all that support and all the interaction. Micah Parsons versus Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year. Who do we got?
Parsons. Yeah.
I still think it'll be Bosa. If he leads it in sacks, I feel like they always lean towards the sack leader, and Bosa's been another guy who they've been talking about winning it for a while. I think Parsons should win it, but I think the way kind of these offensive and
Oh, go ahead.
just the way that the offensive and defensive player of the year awards are kind of turning into the MVP, where a lot of times it almost turns into a who's been good consistently type thing, and finally is due for it. I feel like that's kind of what happened with TJ Watt. A lot of people were saying TJ Watt should have won it 2 years in a row, and then he finally has like a third really solid year, and they're like, all right, this guy's the best player in the league right now. Like, he's going to win it. Like, Parsons is definitely on his way. Like I said, Parsons should win it, in my opinion. But I think just the way that the NFL has kind of been lately, almost kind of like the MVP award in the NBA, like with Harden for all those years, it was always like, why hasn't Harden won one? Why hasn't Harden won one? And then Harden finally wins one. Like, I think it might go to Nick Bosa. But I think it should be Parsons.
I think it's very up in the air who could be. I mean, I think we have the number one scoring defense in takeaways, but they definitely have, I think, lower points allowed, and they played very, very consistently. It's different. I think on paper we're very different defenses, and I think when you look at it too, Bosa and Parsons might play similar positions, but they're very different on paper as far as what they're asked to do for their team. I would say 100% that Parsons is asked to do way more, has more responsibilities than Bosa. But like Cooper mentioned, I mean, it's more of a pass rusher award nowadays. And Bosa, I think, is the more dominant head-to-head pass rusher against the tackle. But it depends on how you look at it, because what makes Parsons so great is you can move him all over the field, and he's very variable in what he's able to do. Bosa is not the same player. So it's more so if you're going to look at it and give it to a traditional defensive end type that's going to maybe have more stacks at the end of the year, but you could also look at it and give it to Micah Parsons, who has a touchdown on the year, has interception, has a fumble recovery,
he's doing it all.
Has forced fumbles. So it depends on how they look at it and how they choose to award it this year. But I mean, personally, I want to give it to Parsons, especially after
he deserves to win it.
Especially like headlining a performance like that, where our defense had 5 turnovers and scored 2 touchdowns. Like, that's really impressive, and we've seen that multiple times this year. So I think that in the next coming weeks, it's definitely going to clearly present itself. Mm-hmm. Like, Parsons has kind of slowed down in the past few weeks, and Bosa has started to pick it up. So I think
both on very good defenses as well. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I definitely think it'll be cool to see. But either way, you can't really go wrong with either of the players.
Either one. I personally do think, though, that I think Parsons should win it. Last year, becoming second in the Defensive Player of the Year award with T.J. Watt, like, as a rookie, like. And he's obviously not having the season he had last year, but he's still performing at a very high level. He's still the best player on that defense. Could we sit here and say Nick Bosa is probably the best player on that Niners defense? I think that's what we have to ask, because they have
Fred Warner's better.
I was just about to say Fred Warner is
Fred
probably
Warner's the best linebacker in the league.
Yeah, I would say inside linebacker for sure. No doubt.
100%.
Yeah, he's kind of like the new. I mean, he's Fred Warner, but he's kind of like how Bobby Wagner was. He's feeling like he's becoming dominant year in and year out. Like, he's going to be the top dog for a while.
Don't forget about Ufunga.
Yeah, but he's not the best player on that defense. It's, by the way, they're starting to compare him to Troy, and that's got to fucking relax a little bit.
That.
Yeah, that's got to chill.
They've been doing that since like week 3 or week 4.
They got to chill out with that. Are you going to agree with that? Can you be honest with me, please?
Yeah.
It's got to be racist.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's ignorant. You're comparing him to literally.
They're comparing him because he's another Polynesian with long hair, and he's flying around the defense. And
yeah, they're both overrated.
Yeah. Whoa. That's wild. They're both from USC. I mean, there's a lot of comparisons.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I get it now, but like they were talking.
Definitely taller.
They were talking. It doesn't fucking matter, obviously, but they were talking about it on when I was watching the replay of the game. And they were starting to throw Troy's name around, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "This guy's plays his first year in the league. Like, I get that, but come on, like, Troy already." But now that you point that out, like, went to USC, they're both Polynesian.
It's not the worst comparison. They went to the same school, and they're both.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying.
He's just a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm just saying it's kind of ignorant to compare him to Troy Ball.
Well, no, I think it's ignorant because they're fucking both Polynesian.
Okay, yeah, I agree. When you point it out, now I agree with it. Like,
yeah.
Because it is kind of like, okay, like, what if he wasn't Polynesian?
I mean, why aren't they comparing him to Adoree or fucking, I don't know. There's so many other, if they're drawing it just off of the USC thing. No, it's because they're Polynesian.
Okay, yeah. I respect that.
Well, speaking from one 49ers player, we got a question from, shout out John Everts, thank you, Patriots fan.
Jets fan. Oh, I was thinking of John Burke. Sorry, my bad. You're right. John Everts, Patriots fan.
We got a question from Jen Murphy. Shout out, Mom. Appreciate your interaction. Brock Purdy starting against Tom Brady this week. Holy shit or hell yeah. Yeah, shout out. We got another 49ers player to discuss. Hometown hero, Brock Purdy. Played at Perry High School down the street from where we played and grew up. Mr. Irrelevant, last pick in the draft this season on his rookie year, and Jimmy G gets hurt, probably done for the foreseeable future. Trey Lance gets hurt at the beginning of the year, and now we see Brock Purdy step into the starting role against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the greatest of all time this week. Think it's going to be electric.
I think it's a hell yeah.
I think it's a hell yeah as well. I think Brock Purdy played great last week, and he couldn't be in a better situation under Kyle Shanahan to operate within the system, get the ball out of his hands, and be able to get in the playmakers. He's got Debo. He's got Ayuk. He's got Christian McCaffrey. He has the weapons to be able to be successful, and I think this guy is incredibly smart, has incredibly good mechanics, and we saw him start for 4 years at Iowa State. He chose to go there to be able to get the experience, and I think it's going to pay dividends in games like this where he's going to be stacked up against experienced players, experienced teams, the GOAT across the other end of the field. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to help him that he has so much experience prior. And I think he's going to continue to stand in the pocket when the pass rush comes to his, forefront, and he's going to be able to stand in there and make the throws that he made last week and hopefully help this 49ers team go on a run. I wouldn't like to see anything more than Brock Purdy be really, really successful. And I think it's a super cool story. So, yeah, I'm definitely on hell yeah board with Brock Purdy.
Yeah, me as well. I think when you sit there and you think he's Mr. Irrelevant anyways, and this 49ers team is so good, it's really a boom or bust situation. It's going to be very obvious that he's not a good player, which led to him being Mr. Irrelevant, or it's going to be like a lightning in the bottle where it's like, damn, he showed flair last week and some flash, and this week he's playing against the GOAT.
But that's the thing. He wasn't Mr. Irrelevant because he wasn't talented
I agree.
had experience. It's size, purely.
Mm-hmm. Purely size. You're correct. And that's still a question in the league that a lot of people have been – because how tall is he? He's probably 5'10"?
Maybe.
He's short.
He looks smaller than Kyler out there.
Nah, I don't know about that.
He looks small.
I don't know.
He weighs less than Kyler. He's not built as stout as Kyler.
I'm about to look and see how big he is right now.
He is a small fella. I don't know. Have you guys ever met him in person?
Yeah.
No, I've never met him.
He's small. He's definitely not. I hate to say it, but he's smaller than you. He's not as physically as imposing as you. Not to be like that.
What are you coming at me for?
You're bigger than him. You have size on him. I feel like
Brock Purdy is
6'1", 220.
No way.
Not 6'1".
That's what it's listed right here.
He is not 6'1".
No, 5'11", 205.
He is not 6'1".
Because he's not bigger than me.
Yeah, he's not 6'1".
Kyler's not even 6 foot, right?
No.
Bro, there is no way in fucking hell Brock Purdy is that big. Whatever, but that's crazy to me.
Unless Iowa State found a way to extend his legs.
He might have got a sick surgery.
When was the last time you saw him?
I saw him
3 years ago.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I wish there was a side by side of them.
He was at Turkey Bowl a couple years ago. He's not
really.
I don't think he's as short as Kyler, but because Kyler's short. Let's be real here. Kyler's short. Kyler's 5'9".
But Purdy looks smaller than him on the field.
Yeah, Purdy definitely looks.
Watch.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at pictures of him right now. He doesn't look too short.
Herc, come on, dude.
What do we hate? We can't be hating on him though right now.
I'm not hating on him at all.
Yeah, we're not hating on him. I'm saying we got to stop talking about his height. We got to talk about him.
Who cares about his size? He throws the football like a wizard.
We got to talk about him playing against literally the GOAT. Brock Purdy really, honestly, doesn't have anything to. I don't want to say he doesn't have anything to lose right now, but he really is kind of going out there with, I feel like, zero expectations, and I feel like that's going to help him honestly go out there and shine a lot more than what people are really thinking. Think about it. He's Mr. Irrelevant. He was the first Mr. Irrelevant to throw a touch, or wasn't it a forward pass?
Yeah, forward pass and touchdown.
He's already exceeded his expectations for his whole career, if you think about it. He's already way past that.
Mr. Irrelevance is doomed to do nothing.
Yeah,
pretty much. Literally.
He's the best. He's probably the best Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Already.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He has there's obviously definitely pressure on him because this Niners team is good and they could go all the way. But I feel like just the whole situation is so, it's, I don't want to say it's too perfect because then in most circumstances you consider that it's bound to fail. But there's just something about it that feels like he's going to go out there and play pretty good.
100%. The locker room's behind him. Did you hear what his nickname is?
No.
In the locker room? Big Dick Brock.
You're a liar. I don't believe you.
It's Big Cock Brock. 100%.
Who said that? Kittle?
Kittle and Shanahan both said at the presser that he has huge nuts. Shanahan said, yeah, that Purdy kid's got huge nuts. And then Kittle was like, yeah, he's got some cojones on him. And then they told him that Shanahan said he had huge nuts. And he was like, oh, I didn't know we could say that. Yeah, kid's got a huge pair of nuts. So they're calling him Big Cock Brock in the locker room.
Yeah, bro. That team. Well, I mean, that team has no choice. They have to get behind him.
Yeah, for sure. They got the moxie and the swag of Brock Purdy. I mean, they could go on a run with him if the team gets behind him.
And how unfortunate for Jimmy G. You think he played enough into a new contract with a new team with what he's done this year?
Well, they were talking about bringing him back either
Yeah.
way.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But, like,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, what if Purdy plays, like...
Jimmy G's still a top 20 QB in the NFL.
Without a doubt. You're taking him over Baker, obviously, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he should be able to get play somewhere else.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Like, what if Purdy does good, leads them to a playoff run, and they... Because I feel like they would probably still keep Jimmy G, because then
Jimmy G in Tennessee.
I was going to say their quarterback room would
Or
be...
in Indiana.
Yeah, but can anybody help Indiana right now? They need to get a new head coach before they think about a quarterback.
That's a whole other story.
But yeah, no, I think what I was going to say is they would probably bring Jimmy G back because your quarterback room being Purdy and Trey Lance, like that's
too young.
You need a veteran in there for
100%.
sure.
I mean, they signed Josh Johnson, but that's not a long-term solution.
You know the veteran they could put in there.
Oh, TB12.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bruh. Imagine Purdy just sitting under Brady for like
and sitting
2
under
years.
Lance, and then he beats Lance out, and they trade.
I think Lance is done.
I think Purdy's better than Lance.
I don't think.
Book it.
I don't think. I think the Niners.
Lance, besides like a little bit of his play last year.
Exactly.
That's it.
Sorry, Herc on the beat.
I think the Niners definitely made a mistake.
I've seen enough
lot
so
of people
far
would
to
say
say
that.
Purdy over Trey Lance right now.
Yeah, we've seen it so far.
Really?
I mean,
he looked pretty good against
Lance
the
looked
Dolphins.
shitty against Houston. Lance looked shitty against Chicago.
Yeah.
Lance,
that Chicago game was
I know.
bad,
You can't judge it, but
though.
Yeah.
he looked bad against Houston.
Yeah, you're right. He did look bad against
Miami's
Houston.
way better than fucking Houston.
Yeah, no. I think, dude, and what a test for him. He's playing against the fucking Bucks D. Like, they're not as good as they were last year and years
Still
past, but
good.
they're still a great defense.
D-line stacked. Still two of the best linebackers in the NFL.
Is Winfield playing? I thought he's injured, isn't he?
I don't know.
I
I think he might be injured still. If he's
Yeah.
playing, he's a game changer.
Oh, yeah. It's going to
Yeah.
be interesting. That's going to be a good game. I think
Shout out Jen for the question.
I think I might pick the Niners for that one, low-key.
Hey, well, that's a perfect segue. I think it's time to
Do the picks?
do the picks.
Yeah, thanks for the questions, by the way, guys. We appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Shout out Jen Murphy, good question, but shout out everybody that participated. And we were just talking about this in our break. We're going to definitely stray away from making the whole show this segment sweeping the socials. We realize that's probably not the best thing to do, but we're going to definitely address all the questions just more in a timely manner so we could get to more topics that we set aside at the beginning of the week to be able to talk about. So
Yeah, I think we do love, obviously, the fan interaction. We want
I love
that.
it.
We want that.
Yeah.
We want that for sure.
But we can't make it the whole show, so we're going to definitely work on that. Come to you guys next week with a better system. We'll do sweeping the socials, and we'll talk a little bullet points, because Coop sets up a masterful script every week, and we definitely want to
it's
get
not
to
that
those
great.
points. So
We could also, throw in some Steelers topics a little bit,
and that's what I've been loving about Sideline Banter sweeping the socials. Nobody else cares about the Steelers. So we have not been talking about the Steelers in the past couple
And
weeks.
there are quite a few Cowboys fans.
Have we gotten a Steelers question once?
That was serious?
Probably from Noah.
The only one's Trolley.
That was serious.
No. Nobody cares.
Wow, where are my Steelers fans at? I know I got a couple that follow the page.
You could make a burner.
Oh, I tried to make a Steelers account a couple years
Send your
ago.
questions in, and maybe I'll look
I
at
tried to
it.
make a Steelers account a couple years ago. It was right when AB started going nuts, and my profile picture was actually AB, and I was like, this is just destined
Here,
to fail.
just to make you feel better. Oh, Steelers get a close win over a bad team this week. Ooh.
Hey, yo, we're in the playoff hunt, baby.
There it is.
We're in the play. Dude, our schedule's kind of easy. The next
I hate to
couple
say it.
games.
Kenny Pickett looks real, but
He does look okay. That's what I do want to talk about for a second.
No.
You got to admit he is making progress every week. Yes.
no, I think he's the real deal.
Let's go.
I think
I fucking love Kenny, dog. Oh, he gets me so hyped.
best thing I've seen about him so far, out of all the young quarterbacks, he's not making the same mistake over and over. He seems to be getting better every single
The
week.
team's starting to get behind him too.
Seems really coachable, and he's not making bonehead mistakes. We see him running within the offense a lot of play action, a lot of shit to get him open and easy passes, and he's not making him look hard. He's not making it harder on himself. Mm-hmm. So, yep, I think he's going to be pretty good. Let's move on. Let's fucking pick.
Dude.
Get these picks.
I might need to pick a jersey.
First up, Thursday Night Football. We got the Raiders going into Los Angeles to take on the Rams.
Baker playing?
What's that?
Baker playing?
I don't know.
So what's the background here? We got Raiders coming off of a win last week, right, against the Chargers.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams goes off again, has 2 touchdowns.
This one's kind of hard to pick.
We have the Rams, who are struggling quarterback-wise, just signed Baker this week, and they're playing at home against this hot Raiders team.
Raiders are favored at 6.5.
Holy shit, that's a big.
That's big. That's probably the biggest they've been favorited all year long.
100%.
Oh my god.
6.5 is a lot of points.
I feel like it's kind of hard not to pick the Raiders. I feel like the Rams, especially. I don't think Baker's going to be playing this week. That's kind of quick to.
I don't think we'll know.
Fit into that system.
He was practicing today.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure there's a video of him practicing today.
Still think Baker won't take them to a dub.
I mean, let's be real.
Who would be playing if Baker's not? Is it Wolford or is it?
It would be probably Wolford because he started last week.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to ask you this. Obviously, it's not an NFL playbook, but how quick could a quarterback learn a playbook enough to play like within 5 days?
No.
No, you don't think so?
5 days?
Well, because I mean, he got picked up yesterday. I'm sure he probably got a playbook immediately.
Bro, McVay's system? I couldn't imagine that's very easy.
Because have we seen that before with quarterbacks? I mean,
it happens, but the playbook's very limited. And Baker's not good when he's not thinking, let alone if he is thinking.
Yeah, you think they're gonna wait?
I would hope. I don't think Baker's ready.
Because what there's including this week. There's 5 games left. Correct?
Yeah.
So
this is week 14.
So
there's
I feel like
4 more games left.
I feel like 4 games is enough to get an evaluation out of Baker to see like what kind of quarterback he is. So I feel like if he doesn't start this week, I feel like it would be I wouldn't be too surprised. But that does make a difference on who wins this game. So I think since we don't know, I'm gonna pick the Raiders. Baker plays, it definitely makes a massive difference.
What are you
But
taking, Weston?
I think Raiders all the way.
Yeah, I think Raiders.
Raiders are just so hot right now. It's like
They've got 3
in a row.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 overtime wins, and then that one against the Chargers last week.
Oh, yeah, because they beat Denver.
Shit, man.
Chargers.
What was the Rams game look like last week?
I'm pretty sure they got washed. Who'd they play?
Yeah, who'd they play? Let me check.
Oh, wait, no, they played Seattle. It was a close game.
Yeah, they played Seattle. Was it?
Yeah, it was close. I'm pretty sure it was I think it was like a 1-possession ball game.
Oh, the other Raiders win was Seahawks overtime.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I want to say fucking Rams, but my brain is telling me Raiders.
I'm going Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders.
The Raiders? The Raiders! A little boomer action?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go Raiders, too. I want to say Rams. I would definitely take points with Rams. Give me plus 6.5.
Hey, yo, okay.
Don't know what that is or why that would randomly play, but
You got ESPN open?
sorry about that. Yeah, I got
That's
ESPN.
why. They be getting ads.
All right, we're starting off Sunday morning. We got Jets going into Buffalo.
Dude, you got to paint the picture, man. You got to give the
Honestly, yeah, I agree. You do got to kind of... I mean, I'll do it if you want.
You got to give the lay of the land. We got the Buffalo Bills after a fucking Thursday night victory against the Patriots, 24-13. It was a close game.
Taking on a Mike White-led New York Jets team coming off a tough loss to Minnesota.
Tough loss where Mike White did not bring the bag. He was not performing what we thought he was going to perform.
Cleaned it up, though.
I don't know.
Cleaned it up. He cleaned it up.
He played. They almost.
Would they have done that with Wilson?
No. They almost clutched it at the end. Mike White made some plays, came up a little bit short. I think it was 22-27. I think it was a very close game. Had Minnesota Vikings fans a little bit clenched in the butt cheeks because I thought Mike White was going to be able to do it for a second. And we're going to see the Bills play the Jets this week. I think it's an easy money call here, but I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah, Bills.
I'm picking Bills.
Bills need the divisional win.
I'm picking Bills.
Bills need the divisional win, and they're playing at home. I think you got to give it to the Bills.
Bills.
This is a pretty interesting game, no?
Yeah.
You got your guy Deshaun Watson coming back.
My guy.
What's up?
What do you mean, my guy?
Weren't you name dropping him last week?
Oh hell no!
Oh.
No, I don't want anything to do with Deshaun. I don't
That's
even
my
like
bad.
him in the league anymore.
I forgot. You just have
It's
that
just
brown and orange on
uncomfortable,
that jersey.
Yeah, no, I don't have
Is that a 4?
Nope.
Just kidding.
Spence did walk in the house today and went, "Let's get ready to record."
I did not do that either.
Spence loves throwing foes up. No, we got the Browns coming off a pretty crazy win last week. They went back to Deshaun's former home.
It was crazy because there wasn't
defense.
an offensive touchdown until like the fourth quarter by the
Deshaun
Texans.
played like shit.
I don't think there was a touchdown.
There was offensive touchdown. Yeah.
No, I don't think there was.
There was one by the Texans.
Really?
Yeah. In a 24 to
30 something.
10.
24 to I think it was 24 to 3. No, it doesn't matter. I mean, it was last week, but
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Either way, a really, really weird game. Special teams and defensively dominated by the Browns, where they got all their points and win. And they're going in to play the Bengals, who took down the Kansas City Chiefs, who looked unslayable, and finally gave them a formidable L of this season. And Joey B riding hot. Bengals are 8-4, Browns 5-7. But we are going to see Deshaun Watson go into a hostile environment in Cincinnati and kind of play a divisional team. And we didn't see him do fucking shit last week,
And
boys.
Joe Burrow has not beaten the Browns in his career.
Interesting.
I think
What do we got storyline-wise?
I'm going Bengals.
Yeah, I think Joey takes his first one against the Browns.
Yeah?
The Browns did shit on the Bengals earlier in the year. Pretty bad. But I don't think Deshaun is good anymore. I know it was only one game. I know he's got some rust, but like I keep going back to this kind of narrative of there's something about like a certain situation. But
They
like,
rubbed it all out of him?
Holy shit.
something about him like playing right now just feels weird.
Oh, it's weird.
Like it feels odd.
I mean, it's kind of like a unifying thing. Nobody in the NFL likes him, and he's pretty much a clown. He's a joke. He's a laughingstock. Like, I just made fun of him.
Like, which is so unfortunate because
He's making the most money out of anybody.
he's making the most money, and he was a superstar at one point.
And he was a great person before
people were-
all of that came out.
People were calling him MJ and cleats, and now it's like it feels weird seeing him. Like we talked
now
about
he's
it.
Bill Cosby and Cleveland.
Well, now you see him and he looks creepy.
Yeah, right?
We talked
Doesn't
about
look
it.
like
Got
Same
that Bill
person.
Cosby look.
They barely showed that game on Red Zone. I think I saw that game on Red Zone. Like now, keep in mind
It was on it a lot. They kept apologizing for how much it was on because it was a bad game. But they were like, these are the only two
Really?
teams that
I
have
feel
been
like
on
I
Red Zone.
barely.
see
Maybe it's because I
whoever-
switched over because they were barely showing the fucking Steelers game, so I switched over to just
The
straight
guy who
Steelers.
does do Red Zone did call Deshaun out. He said he talked about the cases.
No, really?
He brought it up quickly.
Oh, interesting. Scott Hansen got out of the way.
Yeah.
Bro,
I don't think the game
I don't
announcers
think he
did
did.
it.
Yeah, honestly.
I just want to give a round of applause to Scott in general, the greatest, probably sports host right now. Let's be real here. Nobody hates Scott Hansen. If you hate Scott Hansen, then I got a fucking problem with you.
I like Scott Hansen.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
We literally listen to him for 8 hours a day, or
Yeah.
on Sundays.
Backs.
But yeah, no, the Deshaun Watson thing it feels weird. I don't like it. So I think and I would enjoy it even more. I think Cleveland's going to be cursed because of it. No way they have success. If they have success because of that,
Weird.
that would just be like nobody outside of
shitty.
Cleveland would actually be like happy for that franchise.
Yeah. Principal pick, Bengals.
Bengals.
We didn't even pick this game last week because
Yeah.
we didn't want to pick. I mean, they
It
were
felt-
playing the
it felt
Texans,
wrong.
so like obviously we were
Yeah.
going to pick the Browns.
Yeah, I think principal pick. I'm taking
I think we
Bengals.
I'm taking
wanted the
Bengals.
Texans. Yeah,
I'm taking Bengals.
All right.
Fuck Deshaun.
All right. Well, interesting matchup, boys. I don't
Fuck
know
the
how you're going to
Browns.
feel. I think you're going to be pissed about this one because this is your only talking point of when you fucking dog my fucking team, you little bitch. Fucking
He gets played.
Houston Texans against coming off a fucking big L to Deshaun, like we said. Only one offensive touchdown scored late in the game. Deshaun didn't play very well, but that defense and special teams came to play for the Browns and made the Texans ultimately look bad once again. Couldn't really do anything on offense. They're going into Dallas to play the Dallas Cowboys after that 54-point win. And we're seeing the Cowboys are a 16.5-point favorite.
Wow.
That is fucking incredible. I don't care who you are. Take the points with the Texans no matter what.
No.
No.
I think they have a new quarterback this week.
Is it not Kyle Allen?
I thought I saw an article today. Yeah, because NFL did that stupid shit where the notification comes up and it gives you half the headline so that you have to click it to open it.
Yeah.
And I was at work, so I was like, I don't care, because it said Pittsburgh signed a new linebacker, and it said Houston making a change at. Oh, I actually didn't.
Cares,
look.
not me.
Okay, I was gonna say that was part of the headline, which is weird. I literally got an NFL headline just now, but
Got him.
Oh my god.
yeah, this guy just doesn't let me enjoy the Steelers. But yeah, go ahead, finish with the storyline for the picks.
I mean, storyline is we put up 53 points last week, and we're coming off a fucking 33-point fourth quarter, and we're playing the worst team in football.
I think you see more of the same.
Yeah,
Completely. I agree with the 16.5.
yeah. You think they're gonna cover?
Fuck yeah.
I got Texans cover points, but give me the Cowboys. Close game.
Give me the Texans. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It wouldn't be, dude.
I'm kidding.
I was thinking about it, but give me Cowboys.
No, I'm gonna pick the Cowboys because every single time a really good team has played a really bad team this year, it has been the same result. They have beat the shit out of them. Unfortunately, 2 of those times, the Steelers were victims in 2 of those games.
Cowboys would be the team to fuck that.
Yeah, but I'm going to stick behind my narrative that this Cowboys team is different. They're going to go out.
You have a lot
honestly,
of doubt in your team.
This is kind of he's
realistic.
a Cowboys fan. He's realistic. And I and a lot of people.
I don't want to be caught on this show either being the guy that's like, but team is so good, we're going to be 100%.
I was just about to say.
I'm not trying to get fucking Gary V'd, bro.
I and a lot of people who listen to this and know us would probably respect the way that he's talking about the Cowboys, for sure. Like when Kevo came on, I was surprised he didn't fucking light the pot up with Cowboys shit.
True.
I love and respect Kevo, but if he would have done that, I would have had to be like, Kev,
Be real.
be realistic. But I'm going to stick with my narrative that the Cowboys are a real team this year. They're the real deal.
And I this will be for double-digit wins.
This is going to be a test for them.
Yeah, because it
even if they win, it'll be a good thing, but this is a test to see if they can go in there and they can fucking handle business. Because Indianapolis is
at home.
Indianapolis is a decent team. They got some problems. Houston. No, but I was just gonna say I was gonna bring up from last week. Indianapolis is a decent team. They have some problems, obviously, but they still have a built roster. Like I wasn't too surprised that they were in that game still at one point, but then Dallas fucking slammed on the pedal and they ran it up on them. Houston is a bad team. They are badly put together.
Fair.
We've said it a couple times that they might be the worst team like ever right now.
In the last 20.
Like they might be worse than that 0-16 team, that Detroit team. Like they're bad. So Dallas should be able to go out there, I think, and take care of business. I'm taking Dallas.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, got the Minnesota Vikings, who were in a close one against the New York Jets. Just squeaked out of there with a victory after Mike White threw a pretty sick pass at the end of the game to Corey Davis, which we looked like he was going to score and take the victory. Short of the goal line there, so they got held up on 4th down, didn't get out of there with a victory. The Vikings squeaked it out, playing a red-hot Lions team who was in control for the entire game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who we were hyping up after their performance last week. Kind of came into Detroit and fell very, very short of the objective.
On all 8 of their possessions last week.
Detroit looks different. Amon-Ra is solidified himself as easily a top 10 receiver. I think maybe pushing top 8 right now, possession and volume-wise. The way he's carrying this team's receiving core.
He's at 100+ the last 3 weeks.
Top 8 already, you think?
100%. I think you got...
Are you taking him over Keenan right now?
Yep.
Without the injury.
1,000%.
Oh, and guess who's walking in right now as we speak?
I think Evan would also take Amon-Ra over
pre-injury.
Keenan. Yes.
We're talking pre-injury.
Amon-Ra does so much more than Keenan even can do in the offense. Keenan had his deepest catch ever, I think, this week. It was like 40 yards.
You want to know what's crazy, though?
No way he did that.
You want to know what's crazy? The Lions.
No way.
He had that deep touchdown. It was so much longer than anything he's ever done, I feel like.
That was definitely not the longest. You're telling me he has
Maybe. He has like a 70-yarder.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying for the sake of the argument.
Shit.
For the sake of the argument, I get what you're saying, yes.
Amon-Ra's average catch shits on him.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yards per catch.
I get what you're saying.
What's crazy is the Lions are favorited 2.5 points right now.
Holy shit.
Wait.
They're favorited.
Over the Vikings. Oh, my God. The books think the Lions are the real deal.
Where?
In
Detroit. Which makes sense.
Oh.
That's crazy, though.
Do I want to pick Detroit right now? I don't know. I want to know who you're going to pick. I want to know who Spencer's going to pick first.
Oh, no.
Dude, I don't know. It's kind of tough. The Lions are hot right now.
Everything in your heart and trends wants to say Lions,
Everything wants to say Lions.
but the Vikings are still a 10-2
This is a
football
test
team.
game for the Vikings too.
1,000%.
This is just when football gets
It's divisional, and the Vikings already beat them,
fantastic.
right?
December football is. I don't think they've played yet.
They should have.
December football
They
is.
should have.
Why?
Evan.
Did you guys close the door? No.
No.
Oh, hey Evan, I got a question for you.
Yeah, they beat the
Straight up,
Lions
unbiased answer.
Unbiased.
week 3.
Unbiased.
They-
Who are you taking right now? Keenan pre-injury or Amon-Ra right now? This is coming from a Chargers fan.
You know the answer. You've seen it all year.
I mean, right now, Amon-Ra.
Yes, right now
100%.
Amon-Ra. But I say that because Keenan has been dealing with an injury this year. So you got to kind of...
What? Keenan had a good year last year. I'm taking Amon-Ra 10 times out of 10.
Whoa,
If
10?
I'm thinking as like somebody who I want to keep on my team long term, obviously Amon-Ra because
Yeah.
he's explosive and he's.
Okay, see, when you start speaking about it, yes, like that. But I'm talking...
If I could have a healthy Keenan all year, I would take Keenan.
No.
It also depends on the team. There's so many others. Like,
There are. I mean, Amon-Ra's having this success with Goff at quarterback.
Amon-Ra's
so
a true number one. Keenan Allen is not a
he's
true
dog.
number one.
I don't know. I can't choose because I think they're both dogs. So
I do too, but Keenan Allen's a third down buster and a solidified number 2 power number 2 for
one of
sure.
the best route runners in the league. Don't forget it.
100%. But I mean, you could say the same
I
about
love-
Amon-Roski, baby.
I love that he walked in.
He's just explosive.
I love that he walked in right when we asked that question.
True, but he
In
runs
general.
way more routes than Keenan. That's undeniable.
It is. No, it is. It very much
The
is.
Lions.
It is.
I think I'm going to take the Lions, but
Really?
I got to think about it. The Vikings, they're sitting at 8-2, 9-2.
I think they're 9-2.
So they can't really give one up to the Lions and still be like a favorite in the NFC to go.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
You can't give one up to them and make that argument.
And the books, I mean, the fact that
That's so
the Lions are
tough.
favored means that the books want people to bet Minnesota, which is making me lean Detroit for sure.
Oh, you're just going straight off of what the odds
Off
are.
of the books, because why else would they be? I mean, they put up 40 points, but at the end of the day, they're still Lions, and it's a divisional game where they already lost to this opponent. So,
Oh, they
like,
lost already?
Yeah, Vikings already beat them week 3.
Give me Lions.
Yeah, give me Vikings.
Give me Lions.
Give me Lions. Fuck. I don't know. Damn it.
No.
This game is hard. It's so hard to say Lions with confidence.
Honestly, I kind of want to come back to this one. I'm not ready for it.
It's a crazy pick. I have enough faith in Zadarius Smith and Harrison Smith to be able to bring that defense to victory. Connor, Sam Coleman, shout out. I'm going with Vikings. 10-2 team.
I've been riding with the Vikings all season.
You have. You've been a little skullhead.
Yeah.
I think Justin Jefferson gets back to eating. But ultimately, it's going to depend on Kirk. Had a shitty week last week.
Oh, yeah. What
Looked
time
like
is the game?
11. Yeah, give me Vikings.
Spence, if you're not ready to pick, I'm not ready to pick either. So we
No, you guys both rode with Lions. Why don't you just
honestly
stick and
think
take it?
I'm going to switch to Vikings, but
I-
I really feel like
Pussy boy don't
this
want
is the
war.
one that the Lions probably could take.
Yeah, for sure. It's a divisional
The
game.
Lions have been in such close games with everyone.
This would be the one
Why
that...
not the Lions? The Lions have been insane.
Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec.
No, we're moving on.
No, give me 1 sec. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
We'll give you more than that.
Fuck.
Sorry about
I'm
that,
gonna stick to it.
folks.
I'm going to go Lions. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Good thing you checked your email.
No, I was checking the schedule. I was checking the Viking. Shut the fuck up. I was checking the Viking schedule. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Lions too. Then.
All right, I'll take a dub on that one from you boys. All right, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars after getting absolutely shit canned by those Detroit Lions last week. 40 burger put up on their heads. They're gonna go ahead and play the Tennessee Titans, who I think showed in their game on Monday night that was it Monday night? No, last week.
No,
What game?
it was an afternoon game.
Oh, well, who'd they play again?
Who?
Titans.
Eagles.
Yeah, they got AJ Brown.
Eagles.
Yeah, we see those teams play each other. Very interesting matchup. AFC South, Jaguars and Titans, I feel like always
Give me
play each other
Titans.
difficult. Yeah, I'll take Titans.
Give me Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
I think they need a win. Mike Vrabel has a tough coach team. They're not going to lose to the Jaguars at home after taking that L.
Jaguars have shown us, I think, also what kind of team they are. They definitely have made improvements, but they're not.
They're not there yet.
Yeah, they're not there yet.
Next year, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with if they make a good draft and they have some more pieces put around that team.
I think T-Lon, Travis Etienne are still questionable too to play.
Oh, yep. Then give me Titans 100%.
Titans.
Forgot about the T-Law knee injury last week.
Titans are favored by 4.
T-Law's hurt?
He went out of the game and then came back in with a really brutal-looking knee injury. He got sacked and wrapped up.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, give me Titans.
All right, we got Philadelphia Eagles last week who beat that Titans team that we referred to. A.J. Brown had a huge game, 2 touchdowns. We're going to go see them take a trip into the Meadowlands against the New York Giants team that tied the Washington Commanders last week, as Evan has his way with my new shoes. I don't know, boys. I think all signs here are pointing to the Eagles in a divisional matchup, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and take Giants.
Wow, I'm going Eagles.
Giants. Eagles are undefeated in divisional play so far this year, and I think this is the exact game that they overlook. I think everybody in the world is going to take Eagles, and I think Giants at home squeak this one out. We saw Daniel Jones have a very big emphasis on running the football from his coaching staff last week, and I think that another week of that behind him, he's going to be able to hopefully get some wiggle, and that offense can put up some points. But either way, they played a tough divisional game last week, and they lost. I think they need to get a win here, and I think it's an absolute must-have. Give me the Giants.
Give me Eagles.
All right. We got the Baltimore Ravens coming off a very tragic week. Lost their quarterback for the next 1 to 3 weeks, which is something we didn't touch on, but Lamar will be out for the foreseeable future here in Baltimore. They come off – they lost, right?
No, they won.
Hundley
They
came
won.
in
They
and
squeaked
won.
it out.
Yep.
Yeah, because I picked Denver to win last week, and they fucking lost by 1 point.
Yeah, Ravens slay Russ, and Hundley comes in and makes Huntley. They also signed Brett Hundley, so now they have Huntley and Hundley.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, he gets the win on the last drive, and they're going to go ahead and travel to Acrisure Stadium to play the 5-7 divisional rivals,
Nines.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nines Field.
I think this is a really, really interesting matchup. You have
This
a back.
one's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah.
It's a very big toss-up. I think ultimately,
Baltimore hasn't beat us in 2 seasons.
if Ravens had Lamar right now, we're picking the Ravens.
I think so.
I would even say Steelers.
But without
still.
him, I
I'm
might
not
go
biased.
Steelers.
They haven't beat us in 2 years, so
I mean, yeah, that's why I want to say that this is the year that they beat you at the backup quarterback.
nope. Give me Steelers.
Give me Ravens.
Fuck.
Tyler Huntley, a week of practice, looked really, really good last week. He started 5 of 5, moved the ball pretty well against the Denver defense that I would say is better than the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. I think that we can go ahead and see Tyler Huntley squeak it out in a close game. I think that they don't have enough film on him. Have they
We've
played him before?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's the only thing.
Pittsburgh's favored at 2.5.
Yeah, give me Ravens.
Huntley's been their backup for a while.
I know he's nice, but I don't know.
He is nice. Like I would. That's the thing. Like I'm very confident we'll win this game. Huntley still is a good enough player, so I wouldn't be surprised if you pick the Ravens because he's still good. He's basically Lamar. Obviously not as good.
I want to say
like,
Steelers, but
No, Evan, because he's literally the same fucking quarterback. He's literally the exact same quarterback. Obviously Lamar is way better than him, but
And Lamar has struggled. I mean, just the Ravens in general have struggled in quite a few games that you think they would be.
this is a big time game for
heavy
them.
favorite.
This really is.
I think Steelers take this one.
okay.
And this catapults us to the fucking playoffs, baby.
Yeah, I think. I think
You got to beat Cleveland first, but
I want to pick Pittsburgh, I really do, but I think something about I don't know.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't-
Ravens,
Yeah, I don't think it's
You
bad
bitch.
choice.
Baltimore. I think that this is a game that is not easily winnable, but this is a game that we could look back and say, oh yeah, a divisional game, it's a toss-up.
yeah,
So.
100%.
All right, got Kansas City Chiefs coming off of unexpected loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, the Chiefs killer. Last week we got them coming in to play another AFC West divisional opponent. They're going to play the Rustburgers and the Broncos. I think we can all clear the fucking queue here.
Chiefs, right? You said Chiefs?
Chiefs Kingdom.
Oh, give me Chiefs.
Yeah, fuck Russ.
Yeah.
Playing this week.
I was just about to say, is this their first time? Oh, give me Chiefs.
For ours.
Give me Chiefs by at
It's got to be a
least.
Chiefs 1,000%. We have no reason or evidence to pick the Broncos.
This is gonna be the game though that Russ decides to show up
100%.
because it's the Chiefs.
100%.
Say that all year.
No, but
I know.
because it's the Chiefs, he kind of showed flashes of himself. That drive to try and get them in field goal range, he
Yeah.
did it. He did everything he needed to do. Like,
Yeah, and they missed the field goal. But I
still
just
give me Chiefs.
yeah, we can't hang our hat on that, but I would not be surprised if Russ just somehow had his best game of the year and the Broncos defense had the Chiefs figured out.
No.
I don't see him losing 2 straight though.
Not at all.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
All right. We got the Buccaneers after a monumental comeback once again from Tom Brady on Monday Night
Fucking
Football.
asshole.
Comes back. I think they were down 16-3.
I hate him.
They show a clip of him with his head down on the bench. Next thing you know, we're turning on the game and watching him do a post-game interview. Either way, post-game interview with the victory. They're playing, like we referred to earlier, one of the best defensively stacked teams in the NFL who comes off of a really good win last week. 49ers playing with their third-string quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy out of Iowa State. He's going to go ahead and play the GOAT like we touched on earlier, and it's going to be a clash, I think, to remember because, like we said, there's storylines with Brady's favorite team being the 49ers. He's going back home to play at Levi Stadium, and Brock Purdy playing his first start against the greatest of all time, who I'm sure he looked up to a majority of his life. So really, really interesting game here. I think I'm going to go with the better defense. Who's at home? Give me 49ers.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Niners too.
Yep. Brock Purdy, we fucking love to see it. 49ers favored 3.5. Over-under is only 37, which is an interesting total to look at after the 49ers put up 33 last week.
Brady's been playing good enough, but I don't think he's all the way back yet against a defense like this.
No, they haven't been playing good at all. I mean, they had 3 points last week going into the fourth quarter. They haven't really had anything cooking on offense. I think it's...
Dude, I walked away from that game. I thought it was over.
It was a shit.
I left and I went to go walk my dogs, and then I come back and Sam's texting me. He's like, "Dude, Brady won the game."
Yep.
Bro, we went
completely unexpected.
We went into Chappelle. Yeah, because we went to Chappelle
with
and
our phones off.
There was like 5 minutes left in the third, and we were talking about putting a bet on it. And I was looking at the scoreboard for the week, and I was like, "Bet." I was like, "Let's go. We're all gonna be tied." And then we came out of Chappelle, and I checked fantasy, and I saw the score of the game, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was out of nowhere. Honestly, it was within 4 minutes.
There was, I think, 5 minutes left. Is that AB? And who? That is not Giselle. Shut the fuck up.
No way.
Shut the fuck up. That's not Giselle.
Who does that look like you?
No way. No way. That woman looks a little young. She does look like Giselle, but she looks a little younger than Giselle.
Let me see it.
That's crazy.
There's not enough.
Watch this.
There's not enough.
AB and Giselle, question mark?
No.
There's not enough. I'm sorry. You can't show me anything to make me think that's Giselle. Okay.
Okay, that when you look at those.
I know, but I'm saying the girl.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it look like it, but you never know. AB could have fucked Tom's wife. That could be...
Who posted that, AB?
It was on a Snap story.
It could be a storyline in the coming days, but...
Oh, my God.
Take 49ers sweep here. We think
Yeah.
Brady's taking the L.
Yeah, 49ers sweep. 49ers sweep.
Yep.
Yeah, 49ers
For sure.
All right, got with the Carolina Panthers coming off a bye week where they don't really got a lot cooking here. Bye week, you lose Baker Mayfield. Going into Seattle, who took a dub last week, played the Seahawks.
Give me Seattle.
Seattle.
Give me
Seattle for
Seattle.
sure.
Without a doubt.
Panthers are done. Fuck them.
Panthers are so fucking
Who's
bad.
leading them? The Panthers.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walker's the backup, they said.
All right. We got Miami Dolphins coming off a pretty questionable loss to the 49ers, 33 points.
Oh, this is the Charger game.
Going in to
Sunday night.
SoFi to play. No, it's Sunday night.
Oh.
Sunday night.
Yep, 620 against the Chargers, who's a 6-6 team with a lot of question marks here. I think it's going to be explosive, but I think the way that you boil it down, Chargers defense is dog shit, and the Miami Dolphins have a good offense, so I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Yeah, give me Miami as well. I agree. I think Chargers have too many questions they need answered, and Staley's not the guy, and I don't think their defense is going to be good enough to...
Yeah.
I don't think their defense is going to be good enough to stop Miami and Waddle.
But
And
storyline, Tua versus Justin Herbert, he might just not let it happen.
This isn't a fair
Wouldn't be surprised if it's a
assessment,
shootout
though.
at the
The
end.
weapons to do
This isn't a fair assessment, I would say. Miami, as
yeah.
a team, is a lot better than the
and
Chargers.
the coaching staff.
Yeah, McDaniels, is he the
I
guy?
would love to have McDaniels.
Is he the guy? Like,
Yeah.
do you think he's like,
It's McDaniel, though.
do you think he's like the coach of the year? You think?
Maybe. He's good. I like him.
Conversation.
I mean, what
Definitely.
about
I
Sirianni?
think the way that he's uplifted Tua.
Sirianni, yeah.
Conversation.
I think he's... I mean, personally, I think he's one of the best. Just the clips that we've seen with him and Tua, who... I don't know how he could have
I
any
agree.
self...
I think weird.
It's like the
I was talking about Sam.
Cliff and Kyler.
Yeah.
Completely.
They are what they
Uplifting,
thought
good
Cliff and Kyler
relationship.
were gonna be. They're
Sure.
exactly what.
Had to take one shot at the Cardinals.
Yeah.
real quick.
They're just really
Oh,
relaxed.
we took a small one at the Cardinals tonight.
McDaniel's just a dog. him making fun of Tua at Alabama and just always joking around and shit. Like,
that's what you want to see.
Yeah, you want a relaxed coach that believes in you.
Or whenever, like I heard Tua was having doubts or whatever, and Mike McDaniel went and found a bunch of plays to remind him
play cut up.
Why he's so good.
Yeah,
and I think
that's what you got.
You have that support from your coach or whatever into your quarterback. I mean, yeah.
I mean, they showed it earlier in the year. It was a clip cut up of mic'd up from last year with Brian Flores and Tua talking in comparison to Tua and Mike McDaniel this year. It's a night and day. You can actually see Tua's personality, and the play obviously shows that he's a lot more comfortable. So, sweep, Dolphins?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I agree.
All right, Monday Night Football. We got the Arizona Cardinals coming off of a bye week. They're at home against the New England Patriots, who took a loss last week against the Bills on Thursday Night Football. So you have the Patriots coming off of a long week and the Cardinals coming off of a bye week. Both teams should be rested, and both teams have
flexed.
Yeah, well prepared for each other. I think the answer for me here is clear.
Really, I feel like this is kind of a tough game.
You got Bill Belichick off of a long
playing in Arizona.
Yeah, Bill Belichick off of a long week, and a team that already has internal issues having a week off. Give me Bill.
Yeah,
and
I wonder
Patriots.
why Hard
They're going to
Knocks
be
didn't
prepared.
fucking show us
1,000%. I don't know if the Cardinals will be prepared.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, there was more Chargers fans at the Cardinals game than there was Cardinals fans.
Oh, it's every Cardinals game.
We know that we don't have like a strong fan base.
That's every Cardinals game.
So
literally.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now that I think about it,
I think it's gonna be a Patriot.
1-12 at home in the last 13 games. I definitely think Patriots take this one.
Yeah, give me the Pats. I agree.
Yeah. Well, those are all the games this week. We got 6 teams on the bye: Falcons, Bears, Packers, Colts, Saints, Commanders, all
those
on
are
the bye.
late fucking buys.
Yeah. So we'll have a.
That's insane.
It'll be a little bit of a slower week. We're only going to have, I think,
13.
3 games on the 225 slate. So yeah, we'll have 6. Oh, quite a few morning games. Loaded morning slate, slower afternoon.
Yeah, it should be a good week of football. I'm excited. I'm hoping the Steelers keep their winning streak going. I'm hoping. Unfortunately, now I have a Cowboys narrative that I need to push. I hope the Cowboys go out there and they take care of business against Houston.
All right, we'll take that.
You know, I'm excited. I hope Baker plays, and I hope he plays good.
Yeah, I think we have some more fun storylines developing and question marks about a few teams that we're going to get answered this week.
Around. This is the best time of the year. It's December football.
Yeah.
This is when all of our questions get answered. This is when you show the National Football League what kind of team you are.
Yes,
You're
sir.
still in it? Are you going to be in it? Or are you a faker? Like a lot of these teams might be. We'll find out soon.
On another episode
of Sideline Banter. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow us at Instagram, or on Instagram and Twitter at _Sideline Banter. YouTube, just Sideline Banter. Hit that like, subscribe button. Subscribe on whatever you listen to podcasts to so you can get notifications. Download the episodes. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate the Sweep and Socials. And Spence, I almost forgot. USC Player of the Week, dude.
Oh, you know who it is. We talked about him all night. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Hey,
yo.
2 tutties, 114 yards.
Well, that's how we'll sign the show out tonight. We hope you guys have a great night. Caleb Williams for Heisman.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, let's go.